Getting lost in the music is great, except if you're driving. Nissan's available Intelligent Safety Shield technologies could help you avoid bad drivers. Hurry into your local Nissan store and get great offers during the Safety Today event. Or shop ChooseNissan.com today. Now, back to the music.
Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call Ghost.
It's Baller Friday, and I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me for another edition of True Capitalist Radio. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to extend my sincerest thanks for you all tuning in with me. This is episode number 175. 175 episodes of the True Capitalist Radio have gone by. And before we get into anything else, I'd like for everybody to please retweet the broadcast, all right? Go to the social networks, go to the forums, go to the blogs, and spread it around like wildfire. And let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And, folks, I know that I wasn't available yesterday on the broadcast, and I know there's a lot of individuals out there that were a little upset, a little angry, but you have to understand, folks, I got a life. And on top of having a life, I'm making some serious capital. Not only am I making money in the markets, trading futures, trading equities, and other financial instruments, but I also have brick-mortar businesses that I have to take care of. Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, I got a lot of financial fires, if you will, that I got to sit here and take care of and make sure they don't get out of hand out here in a bad way. And let me tell you something. I'm making so much capital right now that this particular damn broadcast, it's basically being thrown on the back burner, all right? And not to mention that the peanuts that I get for this broadcast, I mean, whatever, I don't know, I'm getting like a G something this month. The peanuts that I'm getting for it, Blog Talk Radio isn't even paying on the appropriate time or on the set time that they said they're going to pay it. So, once again, I'm just not enthusiastic about doing this broadcast. But the only reason that I come back is because all of the positive emails that I get, all of the positive tweets that I get, for Christ's sake, and I wanted to extend my sincerest thanks to all those positive messages of encouragement so that I can continue to conduct this broadcast. Because let's be honest, folks, I'm not sitting here doing this for a living here, you know what I mean? I'm not sitting over here doing this for a living. The only reason I'm doing this is in hopes of sparking synapses in the brains of those throughout the world, in hopes of getting them to become capitalists. And I'm talking about true capitalists. I'm not talking about these little pussy-whipped jerk dicks that are out here half commies and don't even understand the perception of capitalism itself. So anyway, folks, without any further ado, let's just go ahead and get to the markets, for Christ's sake. It's been another helter-skelter day on the markets. All right, I mean, and you really can't blame the investor at this point because we have so many goddamn avenues of uncertainty. I mean, you got the freaking Europeans that can't realize that their little socialist experiment is imploding from within and they can't continue to sustain it. And we're sitting here, not only our markets are dwindling because of the European news, the Asian markets, everybody's markets is dwindling because of this goddamn idiots in Europe, all right? Secondly, we've got these idiots in Washington kind of kicking the can down the road with these, government extensions, the government spending extensions. Y'all remember this debate during the summer? Huh? Oh, we got to extend the government's budget so that the government can continue to keep going, so it can continue to pay itself. Well, believe it or not, we're still dealing with that out here in Congress, out here in Washington, folks, extending the credit line of the government. We're still having that debate, And believe it or not, today the government came to the conclusion that they needed to extend it or, we were going to be in some serious trouble, a potential government shutdown. So what did they do? They kicked the can down the road again to, December 13th, December 14th? Yeah, that's great, Congress. That's great, Washington. That's why we send you to Washington, so you can go out here and just basically be nonchalant about economic problems that are burdening America, all right? Let me tell you something right now, all right? This particular situation with the government not necessarily being certain as it relates to the extension of government's credit is really what's also spooking the markets out here as it relates to the helter-skelter volatile activity that we're seeing. All right? I mean, these idiots, cannot get their heads out of their ass. All right? I mean, they're just extending this credit limit of the government just, by month to month. I mean, it sounds like a goddamn single mother of three here, working at a goddamn diner. This is the kind of crap. This is the kind of fiscal responsibility that our damn government officials that are doing right here, right under our noses. And the people that are protesting, what are they protesting about? They're out there in Occupy Wall Street, and they're not protesting, folks. These idiots are making a Burning Man festival out of this disgusting, despicable spectacle. But we're not going to talk about that. But we talk about Europe. We talk about how this government has just barely extended the credit limit of the government to go on until about December 13th. Another factor is this debt committee, this Barack Obama-appointed super committee to advise the president and the administration on what to cut. Believe it or not, the president, instead of actually providing some sort of a legitimate bill or some kind of a legitimate plan to cut the $1.5 trillion, all right? $1.5 trillion Obama wants to cut from the government budget within the next 10 years. Since he himself can't construct this type of economic endeavor, he appoints, like a typical bureaucrat, he appoints some committee. That's why you got this super committee all over the damn news, because these idiots, believe it or not, their deadline is coming. They're supposed to have some kind of deal on the table, some kind of constructed, perception on cutting the $1.5 trillion by November 23rd. Yeah. And that November 23rd deadline is coming around the corner, and they have nothing on the table. Both sides of this stupid committee are just bullshitting. I mean, for a lack of a better term, these people are just sitting on their thumbs, for Christ's sake. All right? And if they don't come up with some type of an agreement to legitimately take away from the exuberant amount of expenditures that our government has, well, then this is definitely going to spook the market as well. All right? So this is what I'm talking about, folks. All these things are coming at the investor at once. And inevitably, the investor doesn't know what to do. I mean, it looks like most of them are cashing out. Really. I mean, they're so scared they're leaving their assets in cash. It's horrible. And you can tell by today's markets. Let's go ahead and talk about today's market, shall we? We've got the Dow Jones Industrials, all right? It's up today, 25.43 points. A percentage increase of 0.22%, closing out the Dow Jones Industrials at 11,796.20 points. I mean, it was the only equities market that was up today. I mean, did you see the S&P? S&P 500 is down 0.48 points, a percentage decrease of 0.04%, closing out the S&P at 1,215.65 points for the S&P 500. All right? I mean, the NASDAQ, the same freaking story, all right? NASDAQ is down 15.49 points, a percentage decrease of, get this, 0.60%, closing out the NASDAQ at 2,572.50 points for the NASDAQ composite. I mean, you know, you take a look at the earnings that are coming out in the equities markets, for Christ's sake. There is no excuse, all right? There is absolutely no excuse for this type of market whatsoever. I mean, yeah, okay, we've got some uncertainty with our goddamn ridiculous power-hungry government. Yeah, these idiots in Europe can't come to the conclusion that they have to implement austerity measures, and socialism doesn't work anymore. They can't afford it. And I know they're having a hard time with that. I mean, but good God, have you taken a look at the numbers? Not just in the earnings, but the economic data. I mean, yesterday it came out that unemployment has gone down. All right? I mean, you know, I mean, Jesus Christ, I mean, there's so much positive data coming out. Why is the damn economic situation as it relates to the equities market so pitter-pattering? I have no freaking idea. But once again, I attribute it to the pussy-whipped investor community that we have at this point in time. And why do you think that yours truly last week decided, hey, I'm going to start becoming bullish on silver, and I'm going to start accumulating physical silver? Now, why am I going to accumulate physical silver, folks? Well, you just take a look at this stupid, ridiculous super debt committee, all right? They're not going to come up with a $1.5 trillion cut in the government budget within 10 years because half of them want to raise taxes. The other half wants to not only lower taxes but cut the budget. It's a ridiculous oxymoron with these idiots. So as a result, in my view, I think that the government is going to have to continue to sustain these levels of spending, which, unfortunately, folks, is completely deficit-based. It's deficit spending at its worst. And every time the government continues to spend money, it continues to print money, it devalues the value of the dollar itself. Do you understand that? It is depleting the value of the dollar. So, in my view, and let me tell you, I've been doing this since I'm going to continue to do it. I'm accumulating physical silver in the short term because I think we're going to see a bullish run on silver here within the next 6 to 9 months. It could possibly linger a little after that, but once again, we're dealing with such an unpredictable market at this point in time. You never know what the hell's going to happen, but in my view, I feel that the percentage yields of a physical asset at this point in time is probably silver. I mean, the highest physical yield that one can get. And that's why I'm making it a good part of my portfolio. You understand? I mean, that's a little bit of the reason why I'm a little upset that damn Blog Talk Radio ain't paying me when they say they're going to pay me, because I want to go buy a bar of silver with that online or something. You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to accumulate physical assets because let's face it. If the government continues to spend out of its wazoo, all right, if the European contagion happens to hit the American banks, I mean, you just take all the factors into consideration. I mean, the dollar is going to be shot. You're going to have investors scared shitless. They're going to pull out the market once again. You know, we're going to see a 2008 type of retraction. And as a result, you're going to see a major increase in not only physical commodities like gold and silver, but you're going to see a major increase in commodities that we all eat and that we pump into our goddamn gas pumps. And that's all there is to it, folks. Anyway, let me get through the goddamn markets. I want to hear from you. It's Baller Friday, baby. Anyway, let's get to the FTSE 100 for our brethren across the pond. They took a hit today, definitely took it in the teeth. They're down 60.20 points on the day. Percentage decrease of 1.11%, closing out the FTSE 100 at 5,362.94 points. For the FTSE 100. That's definitely taken in the teeth. Anyway, let's get to the commodities, man, because I want to take your calls. I mean, we got a lot of things to talk about. I want to hear what you have to say about it. So let me just get through these goddamn commodities. Energy, Brent crude, and for all you ass clowns that don't know what Brent crude is, it's the crude oil that's shipped off to Europe and Asia, all right? It is down today 66 cents, a percentage decrease of 0.61% on the day, closing out Brent crude at $107.56 per barrel of Brent crude oil. We've got gasoline futures down $15.75, a percentage decrease of 1.63% on the day. And as I said the last time I did the broadcast, don't be expecting the decrease in the gasoline futures be reflected in the gas pumps anytime soon. If you folks are unaware, and once again, the prognosticator strikes again. Don't mean to be tooting my own horn here, beep, beep. But I had said that we are going to see a major increase in the gasoline prices as we started heading into the holidays. And folks, we are witnessing right now at the current rates of gasoline prices across the country. We are currently witnessing the highest rate of gasoline prices in American history at this point in time. It's going to be the most expensive gasoline price as we head into Thanksgiving in history. It's surpassed 2008. All right? It's just getting disgraceful. And let me tell you, the saber rattling that's coming from our president as it relates to this Iranian situation, not just our president, but Israel as well. They're also, kind of saber-rattling with this Iranian situation. And I said it last broadcast, if there is an invasion, and I think there is, and if there's not going to be an invasion, at least they're going to drop airstrikes on supposed nuclear sites within the country, which will be a pretext for a whole bunch of military theater. But whatever transpires, when this happens, you're going to see gasoline prices go, I'm telling you, man, $10 a gallon plus. All right? $10 a gallon plus if Israel bombs Iran or if the United States invades Iran. Either one, $10 plus a barrel for gasoline prices, and this is some serious business. All right? We're already seeing the investors reflect that type of sentiment in the prices of the gas pumps right now. Have you pumped gasoline? This is the reflection of the investor sentiment as it relates to the foreign policy that's being implemented by our current administration. This goddamn saber rattling, huh? What happened to Mr. Nobel Peace Prize president out here? Remember in 2008, before he even did anything, he had the damn Nobel Peace Prize committee awarding this guy the Nobel Peace Prize. He didn't even do anything. What happened to that? Whatever happened to that, foreign policy that I'm talking about Obama, he was saying that his foreign policy was going to consist of dialogue with those that, the United States doesn't traditionally conduct diplomacy with. The whole foreign policy aspect of, they'll love me. I'm Obama. I'm going to go talk to them. They'll love me. Are you kidding me? This guy's expanded military theaters beyond belief, and I think that he's going to continue. But anyway, let's continue going, folks. We already went over the damn gasoline futures. We got heating oil futures down today, $4.85, a percentage decrease of 1.57% on the day for heating oil futures. Natural gas, one of the most volatile energy sectors that I've ever seen in my life. Ever since this ridiculous boom that we have here in America, because we are the Saudi Arabia of natural gas, whatever the hell that means. But anyway, natural gas is down today 9 cents, a percentage decrease of 2.64% on the day. Good God. And let's get to the WTI sweet crude price, because beginning of the week, we were seeing over $100 a barrel for WTI sweet crude. All right, and WTI sweet crude, for all you ignorant ass clowns that don't know what I'm talking about, it's the crude oil that's consumed by America, all right? It reflects how much you're going to pay at the gas pumps, all right? It reflects how much you're going to pay for products at the supermarket and at the shopping malls. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, inevitably, it behooves, and I don't mean to be saying that to get you bronies assholes puckering, but it behooves you folks to, pay attention to what the WTI sweet crude price is, all right? It's very important to our economy. But anyway, we saw over $100 a barrel WTI sweet crude prices earlier in the week, but thankfully we're seeing a retraction here. Thankfully we are seeing a retraction. WTI sweet crude is down today. It was down yesterday, and it was down today. $1.31 on the negative side today, a percentage decrease of 1.32% on the day, closing out WTI sweet crude at $97.62 per barrel. All right, $97.62 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. All right, let's get to agriculture futures, shall we? All right, canola down $1.10, a percentage decrease of 0.59%. Cocoa is down. Let me tell you something right now about cocoa. It'd be a pretty good opportunity for those that didn't hop on the cocoa bandwagon, was it 4 or 5 weeks ago, when I was strongly bullish on cocoa. I'm still strongly bullish on cocoa. Remember, we're heading into the holiday season, you know, with all the chocolate goodies, you know, and the candies for Christmas, and there's going to be New Year's, and then February we're going to have a damn Valentine's Day. All right, I mean, last year, believe it or not, there was a big run on cocoa. If you were listening to us, you would have known about it. Now, a small part of that had to do with the Ivory Coast destabilization situation of Laurent Gbagbo not stepping down after he was unelected. But I think that we're going to have another run on chocolate as well, folks, because I just think that it's just a new trend. You've got emerging markets coming out here that want to live as lavish as American folks. You've got, still the Ivory Coast is still not stabilized after the revolution that they had in that region. And of course, for you folks that are wondering why I'm talking about the Ivory Coast believe it or not, is the #1 exporter of cocoa, which of course is the main component for chocolate. But if you want to make a chocolate play here, I strongly advise you to look at some ETFs. Take a look at some goddamn potential stock plays. I mean, just observe. That's all I'm saying. It's a pretty good possibility. Anyway, it's down today, $47, a percentage decrease of 1.88% on the day. Let's get to coffee now. Now, coffee, we had seen decreases earlier in the week and into last week. Well, the bottom feeders are coming in, and they're starting to bounce back coffee's lows, because coffee is up today, $2.75, a percentage increase of 1.16% on the day. So I hope that all you coffee drinkers out there took advantage of the decrease in price. You probably didn't, because you're the same jerk dicks that are going to probably be out here tonight when I'm walking home at a Starbucks with your freaking laptop, pretending that you're writing some goddamn screenplay when you're just sitting there jerking off to a $9 latte, for Christ's sake. All right? But inevitably, I hope that some of you folks that, go out and get coffee, I don't know, actually on the market or something, hopefully you took advantage of the decreases out here, because I guarantee you it's going to go back up, all right? All right, I know. Look at all the coffee people in the chat room are all pissed. I bet you they're sipping on coffee in a straw right now, these idiots. Look, assholes, all right? I don't like coffee because it's ridiculous, all right? It's pathetic, all right? It makes your stomach upset, for Christ's sake, and it tastes like crap. It tastes like, and I hate to use the vernacular of my fellow Mexicans that are walking around out here in Texas, but it tastes like caca. That's what it tastes like. Anyway, and another reason I hate coffee is because it gives people a reason to be jerks in the morning, you know? And I'm telling you, you know who I'm talking about. I say it all the time. These idiots, you come up to them and they're like, "Hey, dude, don't talk to me unless I have my coffee, dude. Don't talk to me unless I slap to the face the next idiot that tells me that, for Christ's sake. A slap to the mouth. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I'm already getting all worked up, for Christ's sake. It's because look at the people in the chat room, folks. Look at the people in the chat. Can you kick some of these people out, engineer? Kick some of these idiots out that are out here spamming like a bunch of jerk dicks out here. I'm sick and tired of you damn spammers, for Christ's sake. You're losers. Kick them out, engineer. Kick them all out right now. I'm sick of them. Kick them out. Jesus Christ, I'm sitting over here trying to do stuff here. These idiots are out here spamming like a bunch of jerk dicks. I mean, it's stupid. It's stupid, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Are you kicking them out, for Christ's sake, engineer? Are you doing that? Just kick them all out. All right. Anyway, folks, I'm sorry if you're kicking back here and you're wondering, hey, what the hell's going on? Well, what the hell's going on here? We got a bunch of spammers here. You know what? Implement chat room martial law, engineer. Implement chat room martial law on these idiots. That's right. We're going to shut them up for a little bit, for Christ's sake. I'm sick and tired of these damn disgusting waste of human life losers that are flapping their fat sausages of fingers on the keyboard thinking they're accomplishing something, being text chat warriors. Huh? Thinking they're accomplishing something by spamming a guy. I mean, what is this, AOL 1993? I'm going to go out and spam. Jesus Christ. This is stupid. You know, I mean, seriously, the lowest form of life outside of the Jerry Sandusky types. Spammers, all right? That's all I got to say. Anyway, where the hell am I at, engineer? You got the spammers that ruined it for everybody. Where the hell am I at? Oh, that's right. I'm at corn now. That's right. We're announcing corn. Well, corn futures are down today, $5.25, a percentage decrease of 0.84%. I'd like to see that corn price go down even more, but unfortunately it's not, because our tax dollars are subsidizing burning half of the corn yield that America produces. Yeah. We burn half of our corn yield. Now, what do you mean we burn half our corn yield, Ghost? What does that mean? That means that our tax dollars, all right, are actually being utilized to fund something called corn ethanol alternative energy, which means that they actually take half the corn yield that America makes, all right, and actually turn it into ethanol so that we can have an alternative energy source, quote unquote, to fuel our gas guzzlers, all right? I mean, and studies have already said, you know, studies have already said that this crap burns dirtier than goddamn petroleum, all right? But our tax dollars are still subsidizing this crap, which in turn raises the price of corn, folks. And when the price of corn is raised, not only does it affect folks like me, which are grill masters, you know what I'm saying? I'm like a grill master. See, I'm from Texas. I like to, you know, go out and have a barbecue on some mesquite wood or oak wood or apple wood or whatever type of wood I want to flavor my beef with, or meats or poultry, whatever I happen to be barbecuing. And on top of which, I like to get corns, all right, with the husks on them and just throw them on that damn flame, for Christ's sake, and it's beautiful. And I used to, because I'm from Texas, this is an agrarian state, I used to pay $1 for like 9 ears of corn, baby, all right? $1 for like 9 ears of corn. Now I'm paying $1 for 1 ear. 1 ear of corn. And it's because of this goddamn corn ethanol tax-funded garbage. And it's because these soulless cash whores in Washington keep beating a dead horse with this ridiculous idea of burning half of our corn yield to supposedly provide an alternative energy source, all right? I mean, and let me tell you something else, all right? It doesn't just affect the price of how many corn cobs you're going to get for $1, idiots. It also affects anything that utilizes corn as a component to the ingredients of whatever you're eating or drinking. You notice that we have something called high fructose corn syrup. Yeah, that's a component of corn, ass clowns. You need to look at the ingredients of things that you're consuming and just take a look at how many things utilize high fructose corn syrup as a sugar substitute. And you have to think that every time we see an increase in the corn prices, well, by God, we're going to see an increase in the goddamn prices of everything that utilizes high fructose corn syrup as a main component for its ingredients, for Christ's sake. This is why I say these prices every single day, folks. I mean, this is why I continue to do what I do. People need to be aware of what's going on. You don't want to be like these jerk dicks that are completely oblivious to the realities of the world that are going to make you survive, which is economics, all right? And instead, you want to go out and, I want to go watch Breaking Dawn at 12 midnight. It'll be the best day of my life. Instead of, mushing your mind with these ridiculous, pathetic waste of time, You could be actually learning the things that I'm just spouting off my head like it's natural, like it's second nature. You could be learning this stuff and making money yourself. But no. It's easier to go out there in front of a goddamn park, pitch a tent, bang on a goddamn drum for 2 months, and demand that somebody pay your school debt, demand that somebody give you cash. It's freaking ridiculous, all right? And for all you folks that are wondering, that are just getting into the broadcast right now, if you're wondering why there's nobody chatting, I have had to implement chat room martial law because these damn troll terrorists here, folks. And I'm sorry, we're going to lift it here in a second. We're going to lift it here after we get through the markets here. But let me tell you something, corn. We need to realize that it's our government that's rising the corn price, folks. And anytime the government interferes with the private sector, it's a disaster. I mean, just take a look at everything the government funds, for Christ's sake. Look at the damn post office. Did you hear the post office is $5 billion in debt for the year? Huh? Oh, yeah, that's great, huh? That's government efficiency for you, huh? Yeah, $5 billion in the red for the year. That's not even for the whole damn existence of the freaking bureaucracy. $5 billion for the year. Take a look at the school systems. Yeah, they're producing some great future engineers that are going to help us leap forward into the future. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, just take a look at everything the government touches. It just turns into garbage, and nobody seems to realize that. Everybody thinks that, because we're alive and because we breathe, we deserve to be fed and clothed and housed by Big Brother government. Jesus Christ. It's just disgraceful. Anyway, I didn't mean to get off on that tirade, folks. Let me get through the goddamn markets. I want to take your calls here. Cotton, folks, that's where we're at. We're at cotton. It's down $3.21, a percentage decrease of, get this, 3.33% on the day. I mean, Jesus Christ, that's a steep decline for cotton. But of course, folks, we're going to continue to see these over-feminine, under the age of 35 fruit bowls continue to wear this underground San Francisco 1979 fashion attire. Abercrombie Fitch and Hollister and Ed Hardy, they're going to continue to wear the goddamn shirts that are 8 times too small, that show man boobs, for Christ's sake. I actually saw on TV, they're actually selling like one of these Spanx girdles for men. Have you seen this shit? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to curse, but it's just so obnoxious that, I almost had to just say it. It's just an infantile response to ridiculousness. Did you see this Spanx that actually is a girdle for men? It's actually like some spandex type of, situation that you put over the stomach of a male. And believe it or not, in this Spanx, they actually have a freaking, they actually have a model of a six-pack. Like there's like an indention, as if, you put this girdle on, and on top of it, sucking your gut in about 4 or 5 inches, it actually has the indentions of a six-pack, for Christ's sake. I mean, this is how, I hate to say it, this is how fruity we're getting here. Jesus Christ. Anyway, cotton is down, and it doesn't look like these fruit bowls out here in America are going to wear clothes that fit them. They're going to continue to show off their man nips and their, Ed Hardy shirts. They're going to continue to show off their hourglass shapes and their dominant feminine physical attributes with these disgusting, ridiculous fashions attire that we're just supposed to accept as the norm out here. Jesus Christ, where the hell am I at, for Christ? Where am I at, engineer? Okay, I'm at wheat now. That's right, wheat. Wheat is up very modestly today, up $2. We got sugar down today very modestly. It's down 7 cents, a percentage decrease of 0.29%. Soybean is unchanged today. And good God, I mean, Jesus Christ, did anybody see lumber? Did anybody see lumber today? Lumber up $5.10, a percentage increase of, get this, 2.11% on the day. I mean, good God. Woo, man. I I'm telling you right now, I know we got some lumber people out there, lumber investors, so on and so forth. I hope that you're capitalizing today because, good God, good Lord is all I got to say for that kind of increase, especially in this helter-skelter market. You know what I mean? All right, let's continue going. We got oat futures down $1 today. We've got soybean oil futures down 56 cents. And, oh my God, what's this? We've got wool, for Christ's sake, up $15. I mean, good God. I mean, that's an increase of 1.16% on the day, and it looks like Rosie O'Donnell, Ellen DeGeneres, and Jodie Foster's knuckle with Queen Latifah are going out on the prowl for some good-looking wool today. I mean, good Lord, that's some pretty good increases for the wool futures. All right, let's get to the metals, shall we? Let's get to the metals. Let's get to the goddamn metals. We've got copper, for some reason, up $1.20 today. And it makes perfect sense why you're seeing an increase in the metals today because, you know, finally some kind of tradition is coming back to these investors. I mean, if you're going to have this much of uncertainty in Europe on whether or not these austerity measures and these governments are going to be solvent, if you will, you've got the uncertainty with the American government not only not extending the debt limit appropriately, they're just kind of kicking the can down with the debt limit, for Christ's sake. But on top of which, this super debt committee, you know, that Obama appointed, it looks like it's not going to come to an agreement on what should be cut for this $1.5 trillion cut within the next 10 years in the government budget. So, I mean, there's just a lot of uncertainty as it relates to the economic situation of America, and as a result, you're having a lot of people going to safety, you know, and when you have hard assets, and I'm talking about metals are hard assets, for Christ's sake. I mean, you know, those are fairly decent safe haven for any potential volatility, and I'm not talking about volatility on the plus side. I'm talking about volatility on the negative side as it relates to any other financial instruments out here that may be afflicted with a potential contagion that may be spread from Europe over here to the American financial system, the potential uncertainty with our government who doesn't even understand that, hey, you can't keep kicking the can down the road with this debt limit, asshole. All right? I mean, just today, I mean, look, the debt limit was expired today, but these goddamn Congress people decided, oh, well, we're just going to extend it until December 13th, and then we'll all talk about it again. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We're going to just, you know, extend the debt limit for another month, a little bit less than a month, and then, you know, we're going to talk about it then. That's our goddamn government right there, man. So once again, this is why you're seeing hard assets being accumulated. And, you know, just a little tip, since it is Baller Friday, all right? All you folks that don't like change, you know, I know there's a lot of folks out there that are like, you know, they get the change in their pocket and they just kind of throw it on the ground for the bums to get so they can accumulate for their Mad Dog 2020 or Boone's Farm or whatever these winos drink. But I think that everybody out there needs to realize that that change is eventually going to be worth more than the dollars that you're paid. All right, now let me explain here, all right? Did you know that quarters before the year 1965 are worth about $6? Yeah. Yeah, did you know that dimes that were before, 1964, 1962, something of that nature, they're worth about $3? You know what I'm saying? I'm not joking, man. I mean, did you know that, pennies that were made before 1982 are 98% copper? Yeah. So you can be really just accumulating hard assets just looking for it on the freaking floor, for Christ's sake. No, 65 and below. Everything above 65 and quarters is crap, all right? You want to look for any of these quarters, dimes, nickels. You want to look for the World War II nickels. Other than that, nickel is made out of nickel. You know what I'm saying? But I'm serious. I mean, I'm accumulating these pennies, believe it or not. I want to have some copper assets. I'm accumulating coinage as a financial instrument for hard assets of silver. I mean, believe me, man, I've got rolls of these goddamn quarters that are below 1965. They're made of 90% silver, and since it's illegal to melt down legal tender or to, actually destroy minted tender, well, that means that particular coin has to stay intact, so there's going to be an added amount on top of the scrap value of the quarter. For instance, the scrap value of the quarter that I'm talking about, quarters that I'm talking about, which are from 1965 and below, all right, the scrap value of these things are $6. But let's put it this way, because these are minted by the United States and they're part of Americana. I mean, there's a whole bunch of aspects to put on to the increased value of these particular coins, all right? So what I'm saying is, folks, is that there's so many goddamn ways to capitalize out here. You just got to look for yourself, all right? It's Baller Friday, baby. I mean, you need to look on the change. You need to look at every change you've got, all right? Seriously, if you got a quarter that's below 1965, man, you got $6 in scrap metal. And if you research that coin, it may be even in demand in some of these circles. A big There's a big coin contingent, a big coin audience that actually pays for this stuff, all right? So that's why I'm saying you want to look through all your quarters. If there's any of them below 1965, keep them. Same with the dimes, but the dimes, I think it's a year previous. I think the dimes are before 1964. 1964 and below, keep them. They're about $3 in scrap metal, all right? Every penny that is 1982 and below, all right, it's actually worth 100% more value than the actual penny's worth, all right? And if you all don't believe me, here, let me go ahead and put a website up for you idiots that are like, you're full of shit, Ghost. You don't know what you're talking about. You're a liar. You're a meanie. Well, you're an idiot, all right? Well, those of us that know the game and know what's going on out here, all right, while we're out here capitalizing and accumulating all this silver and copper as physical assets, what are you idiots going to do, huh? Oh, you're just going to sit there playing with your pecker shaft until it gets chafed, and you're going to try to spend these American dollars that our government is depleting the value of, and lo and behold, you're going to be shit out of luck, boy. Woo! Anyway, let me throw this on lockdown. Throw the damn chat room on lockdown real quick. All right, if you want up-to-date prices on the coinage that you're looking for, here's a great website right here, folks, all right? Coininflation.com/United States. All right, it gives you up-to-the-date price of how much these goddamn quarters, coins, American coins are actually worth in scrap value, all right? And the only reason I'm telling you folks, is because, hey, man, it's Baller Friday, all right? And it's time to make capital. And that's the whole reason why I do this broadcast, man. The whole reason why I do this broadcast is in hopes of making more and more capitalists throughout the goddamn international community, all right? And there are so many ways to so many ways to capitalize. I mean, whoever thought looking at your coins to see if you have something pre-1965 quarters, pre-1964 dimes, whoever thought that would have made you more and more capital? Hey, this is why you got to be smart. This is why all you idiots are worried about other things and your stupid, pathetically anal lives. Hey, put those goddamn things on the back burner and understand it's about generating revenue. Any means, anyhow. And that's the only thing that's going to get you your dreams. All the dreams that you have in your head that you think that you want to be. All the goddamn ideas and aspirations that you want to be. The only thing that's going to make you get there is generating revenue and obtaining capital and hard assets. And that's all there is to it. All right? Anyway, folks, let me continue going, for Christ's sake. I didn't mean to get off on that tirade about coinage, but it is Baller Friday. And I always try to give some tips on people how to get money, for Christ's sake. You know what I'm saying? I'm not joking. I mean, go out there, make some capital, for Christ's sake. All right? Anyway, let's continue going. Where the hell am I at, engineer? Good. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm at the metals. Well, we did talk about copper. It's up today, $1.20, a percentage increase of 0.35%. Gold is up today. We saw it as high as up $20-something today, but it settled out up $4.70, a percentage increase of 0.27%, closing out gold at $1,724.90 per troy ounce of gold. All right, let's get to silver now. You folks, if you'd have been listening to me last week, I said that yours truly was going to start accumulating silver as a hard asset to hedge against any uncertainty that could potentially put the equities market in a situation that we saw in 2008. All right? And if you would have listened to me last week, you'd have been making some serious money because we're starting to see that increase in silver that I am speculating. I mean, I think that we're going to see a major bull market in silver within the next 6 to 9 months. All right? Now, let's explain why. All right? Now, once again, uncertainty in Europe is obviously going to fuel the supposed contagion that could afflict the financial institutions of America. Now, why would the European economic collapse affect the financial stability of America? Well, let's be honest, folks. Most of these banks bought the bonds. That's right, bought the bonds of these particular countries. You know, you people that think that, you know, especially these anti-Federal Reserve people, you know, they think that, you know, people just print money out of thin air, you know. They think that it's like freaking Zimbabwe where the government has control of the printing presses and they're just shitting out money like it's no big deal. That's not what happens, all right? You have to understand that every time somebody prints money, anytime some government prints money, they have to actually go out and solicit somebody to buy bonds. Yeah, that's right. Every time there's more money printed, that means that somebody in the world, some investor somewhere, had to buy a bond so that the government can actually print that money. All right? Now, what's happening in Europe is the fact that they are so much in debt that they can't pay the yields on the bonds that are outstanding on those that invested in the country. Yeah, I mean, you notice how you get a United States bond. I'm sure some of you have gotten some bonds from your aunts, your uncles, your grannies, or whatever. You know, you have to hold on to it for a while. You have to hold on to it for about 5, 10 years, 20 years to get a yield on that bond. And the reason is because the government utilizes whatever somebody invested in that bond to print out the currency so that they can, you know, have some kind of monetary system in their government, for Christ's sake. All right? I mean, this is as simple as that, man. I mean, it's as simple as that. And right now, Europe cannot pay the people that invested in their countries. Like if you invested in Greece, like you bought a Greece bond, or you bought an Italian bond, or if you bought a Portugal bond, you'd be in some serious trouble because you don't know if you're even going to be able to collect on the yield that was promised to you. You may have just lost all your goddamn money. Yeah. You may have just lost all the money that you invested in these pissing ground countries because they blew your capital and they don't have any more left. And nobody wants to buy their bonds, so they can't print out more money. You know what I mean? They can't print out more money because nobody wants to buy the bonds. And lo and behold, that's when these yields go up for these bonds. You know, because usually bonds are very, you know, what are they, 2% if you're lucky, 3% if you're lucky on some of these bond yields. Well, once you start hitting these 7%, 8%, we saw Greece with 15% bond yields, for Christ's sake. Once you start, you know, seeing those types of bond yields in these countries, it's pretty much letting the investor know that this country is on the verge of insolvency, but there's still a slight, small possibility that, I mean, the risk way outweighs the reward, but there's a slight possibility that they may bounce back. And let me tell you something, no government can sustain itself being lent money at these rates. You understand? So I know that's kind of complicated for a lot of people that are sitting there saying, I don't get it. You know, well, you're some idiot that I'm about to kick out saying he's bored. The reason you're bored, you idiot, is because you're a loser. You know, you're some waste of human life that's probably going to be collecting a bowl of soup or some kind of a goddamn ridiculous meal on a freaking homeless shelter or some crap while we're out here making some goddamn money. Jesus Christ, I'm getting tongue-tied. I don't even know where the hell am I at, engineer? Oh, yeah, that's right. Anyway, silver is up today, all right? Now, the reason that I'm so bullish on silver, folks, is because I think you're going to get a higher percentage yield for that hard asset. And you can see it in today's market alone. All right? I mean, look at where the investors went. I mean, gold was only up 0.27% today. Guess what silver was up? 2.70% on the day. That's right. Let's just imagine if you'd have bought a coin yesterday, if you'd have bought, one of those buffalo coins that's 1 troy ounce, all right? If you'd have bought 1 troy ounce, you'd be up 2.70% on your money just today alone. Anyway, $32.42 per troy ounce in the house for silver. Let's get to livestock, shall we? Now, we saw a bull run on live cattle futures, last week and the week before that, because Walmart, believe it or not, is going to start carrying choice beef in its freaking Walmart locations. Can you believe this crap? I mean, they're actually going to have some butcher or something, or I don't know. Choice beef to me means that there's going to be a butcher actually cutting some beef, for Christ's sake. Well, anyway, when they announced this, it basically is going to run a shortage on the live cattle that's out there, folks. I mean, you have to think. They're going to supply every Walmart with beef. I mean, that's going to be a lot of cattle out of the equation, for Christ's sake. So as a result, we saw a big-time run on cattle last week, but we're seeing some people cashing in today. Live cattle is down $2.02, a percentage decrease of 1.64% on the day for live cattle. Cattle feeder futures are also down today, $1.95, a percentage decrease of 1.30% on the day. We got lean hogs. Oh, my God. For all you fat jelly-ass ham bones that like to shove a couple of ham bones down your goddamn gullet, what am I telling you? We're seeing an increase every single day as it relates to the damn lean hog futures, folks. And I have been saying last week, actually 2-3 weeks ago, I've been saying that this is a prime opportunity for some potential short-term gains. Now, I don't know how you're going to play this, whether you're going to play this through stocks, whether you're going to play this through ETFs, but I think this is a major short-term play here because just take a look at any of your honey-baked ham locations this week. All right, and take a look at how many fruity-ass bastards are, going around the building about 3 or 4 times so they can get a freaking ham bone. All right, I'm not joking, man. Out here in Austin, Texas, man, we got independent ham bone creators out here. I'm not joking. Ham bones are big business out here in Austin, Texas, for Christ's sake. I'm not joking. So that says to me that every goddamn family in America is not only going to have a ham bone for Thanksgiving, they're going to have a ham bone for Christmas. They may even have a ham bone for New Year's, for Christ's sake. And in my personal opinion, you're going to see a run on lean hog. And if you want some short-term gains, playing an ETF or playing some kind of equity-related lean hog, here it is right here, all right? Anyway, it is up today. It's been gradually going up as days go by, for Christ's sake. Up 42 cents today, a percentage increase of 0.47% on the day for lean hogs. And that, my friends, is the markets for your ass. Anyway, folks, once again, I know we had a mouthful there in the, discussing the markets, but it's very important. There's a lot of outside factors that are basically ruining a bull market out here because we should have a bull market. I mean, we've got earnings coming in that are better than expected for most of the big wigs. As a matter of fact, we even had Walmart this past quarter, this week, announced that it had its first profitable quarter in, 6 quarters? First profitable quarter in 6 quarters. Now, if that doesn't sound like somewhat of a recovery, I have no freaking idea. But because we have all these factors spooking the investors out here, Europe, our goddamn government, we got these Occupy Wall Street pricks also spooking the investors. I mean, you got so many aspects spooking the investors out here. I mean, you got to have some kind of hard assets for safety and to hedge against inflation. And that's all I'm saying. Anyway, folks, I want to hear from you. 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. I want to talk a little bit about, sticking with the market and the economic topics, I want to talk about Obama's U.S. Super Committee on Debt. The Debt Super Committee that is supposed to, come out with some kind of plan here this coming November 23rd. Well, when is that? It's this Wednesday, isn't it? Yeah, that's this next Wednesday, for Christ's sake. They're supposed to come out with some big plan that's going to cut $1.5 trillion within 10 years off of the government budget, but they're at a complete standstill, all right? They have no idea what they're doing. The Republicans want to, cut spending, cut entitlements, and that's all there is to it. The Democrats want to keep the entitlements but increase taxes. It's a disgrace, all right? It's an utter disgrace what's happening here, for Christ's sake, and it disgusts me, and it should disgust every capitalist out here that's actually paying taxes. I mean, we're funding these little people in government. We're funding these little people. And look at them. They're waving their fingers in our faces as if there's some kind of mini dictator standing on their soapbox. We fund your asses. We fund your entitlements. It is us, the workers, the entrepreneurs, the business owners. We're the ones that are out here that are the true folks of this system of civilization. And here we are, we're getting spat upon by these dumbass bureaucrats and by the so-called Poe in America. You want to see ungrateful asshole American people? You take a look at any one of these Occupy Wall Street protests. All right? Ungrateful American ass clowns. And you can tell them I said that. Anyway, I want to hear from you. What do you think about this super debt committee? Do you think they're actually going to be able to cut $1.5 trillion from the government debt? And I want to hear from you. What do you think about it? 646-652-4869 is the number to call. Let's take some calls right now, shall we? We've got 702. You're on the horn. Yeah, stop deep-throating the damn phone, asshole, all right? It's not Jerry Sandusky's private part, all right? Area code 305. What's up? You're on the horn. Christ, you goddamn remixes, for Christ's sake. I can't say anything, man. I can't say anything on this broadcast without you goddamn audio splicing Milky Licker sitting here and doing some audio splicing job on it, man. God damn it. I mean, do you understand? There's some serious business that needs to be discussed here on this broadcast, and it continues time and time again with these damn troll terrorists. It continues to be deviated, and I'm not going to let you idiots do it. You understand that? I'm not going to let you idiots ruin my Baller Friday. Give me my drink. Give me my drink, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. I'm telling you this right now. I'm not letting you idiots ruin my Baller Friday, all right? That's all there is to it. We're supposed to be talking about the super debt committee that the president has appointed to supposedly knock off $1.5 trillion within the next 10 years off of the government budget. But it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do so, and if they don't do so, folks, it's going to spook the market tremendously. If they don't come up with some kind of a BS plan, at least to, suffice the market sentiment, you better well see a major sell-off this Wednesday. I'm not joking. I'm not trying to be a hyper-sensationalist here. But this is one of those outside factors that would curb my bullish, what should be a bullish market, I mean, you got good economic data, you got unemployment lowering, you got good numbers coming out of the consumer index, consumer confidence index. I mean, you got all kinds of good numbers coming out here. Unfortunately, you got all this damn uncertainty, and this is why we're seeing the numbers we're seeing as it relates to the equity. So I want to hear from you. What do you got to say about the Super Committee? Area code 270, you're on the horn. Yeah, real funny, real funny, you idiot, all right? What, are you going to rip off another movie line, for Christ's sake? Jesus Christ. 951, what do you got to say?
I wanted to talk about a play I made in the markets.
Go for it.
Well, there's been a lot of movement. You're saying that we should do silver, and some people should do gold. But I found that there's actually a good play to be made on EBT futures.
Oh, my God, that's a major fail. Go kill yourself, 951. Can you go kill yourself for us?
Sure, I'll do that right now.
All right, please do it, man. Rid yourself off the face of the planet, for Christ's sake. I mean, first of all, it wasn't even that funny, you know? I mean, I can understand if you're implementing some gag or you're implementing some kind of joke, and the thought of it is so funny that you can't bear it. You crack up a little bit, all right? But even with the crack up, the joke is so funny that people will still find it amusing. This is not one of them assholes, all right? I mean, Jesus Christ, man. I bet you money, no fatherly influence right there. That mother should be bitch slapped for producing such a non-personality having male that's going to be yet another detriment to the American civilization. Let's continue going, all right? 386, what do you got to say?
Are you a Jew?
No, I'm not a freaking Jew, you stupid asshole. And why don't you get out of school? What are you, waiting for the bus or something? What are you, out in front waiting for the bus? I hear like 8, 9 kids back there, for Christ's sake. I'm not a Jew, all right? So stop telling me that. I use yarmulkes for coffee filters. I'm not a Jew, all right? No das Juden, assholes. Anyway, Jesus Christ, we're already in the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Before we get into anything else, I'd like for everybody to please retweet the broadcast, all right? There's all kinds of little buttons underneath the player there. There's all kinds of damn Google Plus buttons, Facebook like buttons, retweet this buttons, share this buttons. Use and abuse those buttons, baby, all right? It's just a freaking click, for Christ's sake, all right? It's just a freaking click. And, it's about that time, and I hate to even ask the goddamn engineer, because every time we do this, it just gets more and more filthy, more and more disgusting. But, engineer, do we have any goddamn shout-outs to be given out here on Twitter? Well, according to the engineer, we do have some Twitter shout-outs to be given out here. And if you want a shout-out right here on the air live, well, all you got to do is go to my Twitter account, all right? The Twitter account is Ghost Politics. All one word, no underscores, folks. All one word, all right? No underscores. All right, Ghost Politics. And retweet the first tweet on the Twitter account, all right? It's as simple as that. Retweet the goddamn first tweet on the Twitter account. All right, let's go ahead and do it. Let's take it from the top here. What do we got? We got Dark Razors in the house. We got PGH Fleabagger. We got No Women for Ghost. Yeah, right. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I can't even walk down 6th Street without about 2 or 3 broads trying to pull the freaking balls out of my pants. Just get over there and give me that crap. Anyway, who else we got? We got Occupiers for Ghost. Oh, yeah, that's who I want. I want occupiers. Yeah, these occupied jerk dicks to be listening to me. No. If you participated in any of this Occupy nonsense, turn off the goddamn stream right now. Turn off my goddamn radio show. I don't want you listening. I don't want your sorry ass listening to me, you sorry sack of crap. I'm telling you this right now. I'm calling on all capitalists, all right? Whenever you have potential employees coming up and trying to get a job from you, you need to start doing major background checks. And I'm not just talking about, these rinky-dink websites. I'm talking about going out there and doing a whole scan of the web, facial recognition style. Hey, the facial recognition technology is there. It's not very difficult to get. All right? Facebook's got it. It's there. All right? And search through the mainstream media, the mainstream social media networks, and make sure that whoever you hire as an employee was never, and I repeat, never at all affiliated with this disgusting, despicable Occupy Wall Street protest. All right? Because I guarantee you, folks, any other employees that I hire, I'm going to make sure that we have facial recognition technology searches that go through videos and pictures. And if any of these idiots' faces end up at any of these goddamn pictures that were taken at Occupy Wall Street, they are not getting hired, at least in mine, and they shouldn't get hired in any other capitalist's business either. And that's all there is to it, you piece of crap. Anyway, we got Darian Cutler in the house. Who else we got? We got iMonix. All right, and once again, if you want a shout-out right here, right now on the broadcast, well, go to my Twitter account, and once again, retweet the first tweet on the Twitter account. It's that easy. It's that goddamn easy. All right, who do we got here? We got Terry Shivo Ghost. Yeah, Jesus Christ, shut up, all right? We got, Honkies for Ghost. We got some idiot named Seaman Guzzler. We got Diarrhea Trader. We got somebody named Nevermore Ghost. Somebody named Techies for Ghost. Or Trekkies, I think it was. Trekkies for Ghost. Who else we got here? We got Ian345. We got Sam0812. We got Vesper the Snake. We got PC Got Games. Some disgusting, despicable pervert named Colon Sniffer. We got Sandusky for you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. I mean, how can you idiots even kid around about that particular subject matter, huh? Sick son of a bitches. All right? I don't want to say anything, all right? I don't want to say anything that's gonna let's just calm down, all right? Who else we got? We got Rhythmic Slapping. Dude, that's it. Just turn it off. Get it off, engineer. Get it off. I'm not going to sit here and allow this asshole to be sitting over here making fools out of me, for Christ's sake. Rhythmic Slapping. Shut up. All right? That's enough. No more goddamn Twitter shout-outs for these pricks, all right? No more. Anyway, we were talking about how Obama's U.S. Debt Super Committee is sitting on its thumb while it should be getting prepared for $1.5 trillion in cuts within the next 10 years over the government budget, for Christ's sake. But it looks like they're not going to be able to meet that November 23rd deadline. And it looks like nobody on the broadcast here, at least the calls that we've taken, even want to talk about it. So let's go ahead and move on to another subject matter, shall we? I want to talk a little bit about Occupy Wall Street. Oh, my God. Good God, ding dong, the witch is dead. Let's say goodbye to Occupy Wall Street, shall we? Everybody say goodbye. Goodbye to romance. Goodbye to friends. I can't hear you. Goodbye to romance. Yeah, yeah. Goodbye to friends. I'll miss you. Occupy Wall Street. Anyway, I want to talk about Occupy Wall Street because yesterday, as I stated on Wednesday's broadcast, they were going to go down there and meet up in Zuccotti Park yesterday at 7 o'clock, and that's what happened. And guess what? They started marching around and decided that they were going to try to prevent the stock traders from going into Wall Street. You know, they thought they were going to do all this crap. Anyway, they got 300 arrests. All right, 300 arrests out there in Occupy Wall Street. And it's disgraceful. It's utterly disgraceful. These idiots in this vagabond revolution are continuing on with this baseless protest. There is no intellectual foundation to this protest. All it is a bunch of life losers that have failed to live up to the implanted dreams that were implanted via movies and entertainment and music. These stupid little implanted dreams in their head are never going to come to fruition, and because they're never going to come to fruition, instead of taking their ball, going home, they want to piss on the whole freaking game, all right? They want to piss on the whole freaking game, and that's what Occupy Wall Street is a bunch of life losers, all right? A bunch of life losers that are doing nothing but just... let's be honest. I mean, they're causing chaotic incivility because they're a bunch of selfish pricks that refuse to take personal responsibility for their own survival, personal responsibility for their own sustenance, and this is why you have these jerk dicks all over the country. Now, what's unfortunate is that us capitalists, we're out here working, We're out here making money, for Christ's sake. We're out here making deals, making money. You know what I mean? I'm serious. We don't have time to go out here and start busting heads, in these Occupy Wall Street protests. But let me tell you something right now. If these goddamn NYPD people, if the police departments across America cannot quash these stupid, dumb, vagabond, bum idiots, well, then maybe, just maybe, a couple of capitalists may have to go out there and convince these idiots that, hey, you need to go home. You need to get a job. Yeah. You know that there are, 30,000, 40,000 jobs right now in Alabama. I have been talking about this for a long time. Alabama and their racist legislation that they have implemented in their state that is basically cracking down on illegal immigrants. Well, the illegal immigrants have all left Alabama, all right, leaving all the crops to be left unharvested, leaving a bunch of farm work, for nobody to do. So right now, you've got Alabama farmers trying to hire American people, trying to hire American folks. And let me tell you something. If you need money, right now in Alabama, there's 30,000 jobs. You can get paid $100, $150, $200 a day out there doing some farm labor. But are all these idiots in Occupy Wall Street heading down to Alabama if they're all starving? If they're a part of the 99% that can't feed their kids? Are they doing it? No, they're not. They're sitting in front of some goddamn park, camped out, turning it into a biohazard scene full of puddles of blood and piss and crap and throw up. You've got sexual assaults happening, for Christ's sake, at these Occupy Wall Street events. It's a disgusting disgrace is what's happening, all right? It's a disgusting disgrace. And let me tell you something. Each and every one of you people that are participating in this Occupy Wall Street nonsense, you should all be ashamed of yourselves. You are a contributing factor to not only the desecration of civil society, but the implementation of totalitarianism in this world. And all you idiots that are out here pissing and moaning about, oh, it's Wall Street, I'm not making enough money. Oh, it's not fair, I got to pay for my goddamn school debt. I got to shut up, all right? You idiots with this non-intellectual-based chaos that you're implementing all over the country, you're just allowing the government to assert itself in a totalitarian fashion. That's what you're doing. Thanks a lot, Occupy Wall Street. Everybody, let's give Occupy Wall Street a round of applause for implementing or helping the government implement totalitarianism. Let's go ahead, huh? Hey! Woo! Yeah! Yeah! I'm serious. All right? Thanks a lot, Occupy Wall Street. You dicks are the reason why you're going to have totalitarianism and police states being implemented here within the next year, year and a half. And it's because of you jerks. And don't let me see you jerks in the street either, you stupid, ungrateful bums. All right? I'm sick of you people. All right? You have more opportunity in this country than anywhere in the world. And what are you using the opportunity to do? Just sit on your fat jelly asses, bitching and moaning, pissing and complaining. Jesus Christ. I want to hear from you, all right? 646-652-4869. What do you think about Occupy Wall Street? Yeah, look at me, I'm Occupy Wall Street. Meanwhile, we've got the government trying to take away our online freedom, they've already taken our freedom out here in regular, everyday reality. Now they're trying to take away our virtual freedom. And are any of these jerks that organize this Occupy Wall Street nonsense, are they out there protesting this? No. Are they out there, saying, hey, government, you're getting too totalitarian. We don't want your totalitarianism. We don't want Big Brother government watching over every single goddamn thing we do. They're not out there doing that. No, they're not out there doing that. You know what they're doing? They're out there turning parks into biohazard, subterranean pissing and shit grounds. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Anyway, I want to hear from you, 646-652-4869. We're supposed to be talking about Occupy Wall Street. Nah. Area code 215, you're on the horn. No, you're not saying anything. 214, you're on the horn.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Why exactly is it that you dislike bronies?
Why do I dislike bronies? Well, where do you want me to begin? First of all, you idiots are making a goddamn community around a cartoon that was meant for 8-year-old girls, all right? All right? And secondly, you know, the whole brony movement is nothing more than repression of obvious feminine homosexual tendencies that you all are trying to comfort yourself with via this disgusting, despicable this despicable program called My Little Pony. That's why I don't like bronies. You get it?
All right, you know what? Can I just throw in my 2 cents on that?
Go ahead.
All right. For starters, I'm not gay. And second, who cares if...
Oh, hold on just a second. We need to get a second opinion on that. I don't think that you're not gay, all right? I don't think that you're not gay at all. Hold on, let me call on somebody else. Are you there, 214?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, okay. Everybody heard his voice, all right? Now let me call on somebody else and ask their opinion. Hey, 781, does he sound gay?
I'm gonna go eat real quick. I'm gonna have some ham bone a la Ghost.
Well, he's fruity himself, for Christ's sake. 337, do they sound gay?
Oh, they sound pretty gay to me.
Yeah, no kidding, they sound pretty gay to me, for Christ's sake. Hey, 214, answer me one question. Do you have a father in the household?
At the moment, no, I do not.
It all comes clear now. It all comes clear. Do you see what I'm saying, folks? You notice that everybody who calls me up asking me about bronies, asking me about this and that, they all come from single mothers. I mean, is that a coincidence? Is that some kind of a phenomenon, for Christ's sake? I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, come on, man. Come on. This is why you're watching My Little Pony? This is why you're overly feminine in your vernacular? This is why you're overly feminine in your physical attributes, for Christ's sake? You were raised by your dirty, disgusting, despicable MILF mother, all right, that probably dumped you off in front of some illegal alien child care provider or in front of some boob tube or a violent video game or in front of something else, for Christ's sake, while she was out looking at a hump bar for an ethnic minority during happy hour, for Christ's sake, while you were being left to be raised by the boob tube, by video games, and My Little Pony, My Little Pony, My Little Pony. I mean, do you understand? Do you dig? Do you dig? Do you get it?
All right. I said he's not in the house at the moment. I live with him, and my mom actually how convenient. That's a bureaucratic answer right there, asshole. All right? That's some bureaucrat trying to...
you didn't understand what I said. He's not here at the moment. All right? He's not here at the moment. But he's usually here. He can't get... Shut up, all right? Shut up, 214, all right? We know that you're raised by your single mother, and look, there's nothing to be ashamed of, but you have to look at yourself in the mirror, 214, and realize that, hey, you know what? I don't sound like a younger gentleman. I don't sound like a young man. I sound like I just popped out of the anal passage of Richard Simmons during a Sweatin' to the Oldies video. I mean, that's what I sound like. That's what you need to realize. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and realize this. And you need to change it. Do you understand, 214?
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Well, of course. Get him off. Get him off the get that stupid fruity ass off of here. Of course you don't know what I'm talking about. The reason you don't know is because you don't want to know. You look at yourself in the mirror every day and you try to compare yourself to other males that are actually doing something for themselves, that are actually acting like males, and you know there's something wrong. You know there's something wrong with you. I mean, just by the way you talk, we can tell, for Christ's sake, you know?
I just wanted to know, what do you have to say against bronies?
I mean, you're a fruity bastard, for Christ's sake, and what you need to do is you need to, kind of either pull yourself out of the closet and realize, hey, you're a fruity bastard, and maybe you need to hang out at the gay club, or just stop with this charade of being overtly fruity. That's all I'm saying, all right? Jesus Christ, I didn't mean to get off on that tirade, folks. We're supposed to be talking about how these damn Occupy Wall Street protesters are no more. That's right, 300 damn arrests yesterday, and it looks like they're all going to go away. As a matter of fact, they're out here in Austin too, folks, all right? And they're out here in Austin too, you know, and guess what? Guess what they're doing out here in Austin? They're sexually harassing each other. They're sexually abusing each other out here in Austin, Texas, at the Occupy Wall Street protests out here. Yeah, they're sexually assaulting each other out there, for Christ's sake. Yeah, that's the 99% for you, huh? Jesus Christ. Anyway, I didn't mean to be having a big tirade about bronies. I want to talk a little bit about what the hell's going on here in Occupy Wall Street. So let's go ahead and get to some people here. 724, what's
Radio.
up? What do you think about Occupy Wall Street?
Hello, is this me?
Yeah, it's you.
Okay. Well, sunshine, go away today. Don't feel much like dancing. Some man's gone, he tried to run my...
I mean, Jesus, what is this, Barbara Streisand's crackhead love child or some crap? What is this crap, huh? What do you think, you're going to play a show tune and get a spot on a cruise ship or something? Get this asshole, get him off, for Christ's sake! You understand, folks? Fruity. Just fruity asses, man. We're supposed to be talking about Occupy Wall Street here, all right? 502, what's up? You're on the horn.
I've got something very important to say to you.
All right, I'm listening. Go ahead.
If you want to be my lover, you gotta get with my friends.
I can hear you. I mean, you are a fat bastard. I can hear you breathing hard. Are you okay?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you're breathing rather hard. Are you a fat ass? Looks like you got about 2 or 3 chins underneath that mouth.
No, not really.
Yeah, come on. I can hear the lard stuck in your windpipe, for Christ's sake. I mean, come on, you fat bastards. Look, if you're going to be a fat jelly-ass bastard, I mean, why don't you master the sound of your voice or something, all right? Nobody wants to hear that you're such a grotesque, obese, fat ham bone that you can't even say a complete sentence without breathing like you just walked 2 flights of stairs, for Christ's sake. Silly bastard. Anyway, I'm taking a couple of more calls on Occupy Wall Street, then we're going somewhere else. Let's see, 412, you're on the horn. What's up? What do you think about Occupy Wall Street?
Yo, 2 things, Ghost. The first thing is, those dirtbags out in Occupy Pittsburgh are still fucking there.
Oh, man, that's horrible. Hey, we're having to deal with them out here in Austin, Texas, too, man. They're getting belligerent, they're getting violent, and it's pretty disgusting, man. It's pretty horrible.
Yeah, I have to walk past that shit every day on the way to work, and it pisses me off every fucking time.
Christ. I bet you, just walking by these people, the stench of it is just unbearable.
Yeah, and the other thing is, I had a question about a possible investment opportunity. I don't know if you saw or not, I'm sure you did, that Cuba's decided that they're going to start selling properties again.
Who's that again?
Cuba is going to start selling properties again. Well, they're pretty big on sugar. I was wondering, would it be, I mean, I'm sure it's risky, but would it be worth it to invest in property down there in case the embargo is lifted after Castro dies?
You know, I wouldn't look past that particular opportunity out there. I think that you're witnessing the transition of communist or socialist Cuba into a more capitalist endeavor. I mean, Raul Castro, now that he's in charge, has basically loosened up a lot of the stringent communist totalitarianism that basically dictated that particular country. And in my personal opinion, I would strongly go towards yes, if the investment is not going to take too much of your actual assets, because I always believe that you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. But in my personal opinion, I think that Cuba is going to be just like it was going to be in the 50s before Castro decided to, go into the mountains and bamboozle a bunch of peasants into taking over the country. It's going to be a tourist area. I mean, the beaches are beautiful. Not to mention that there is a culture in Cuba that Cuba just, I mean, it encapsulates a certain environment out there that people really appreciate. Man, tourists love culture-based type of tourism, and you just put all the elements out there. I mean, they make rum, they have the best cigars in the world. I mean, I strongly advise you that if it's not going to take too much out of your assets, then yeah, it would be a decent opportunity. Of course, you're probably going to have to abide by the guidelines of investment of the country of origin, but if it looks like you can possibly actually own the property and not lease it out, because usually in socialist countries, if you wanted to move there as a capitalist, you're going to have to actually lease out property because they don't allow foreigners to be property owners in those countries. So once you get all the red tape, figured out, and at the same time understand how it's going to affect your capital, I would invest in Cuba real estate. I strongly think that Cuba is going to be the next destination of everybody who wants to go on vacation. I think it could be the poor man's Hawaii, if you want my personal opinion.
Yeah, cool. All right, sounds good. Well, thanks a lot, Ghost.
No problem, man. Hey, thanks for listening. I appreciate you calling in, and you also used to comment on the capitalist army, so thanks a lot, man. Let's see. We're supposed to be talking about Occupy Wall Street here. I want to hear from you. What do you got to say about it? Area code 262, what's up?
Ghost from True Capitalist Radio is a
stupid assholes with these freaking remixes, man. Look, I don't know how many times that I got to tell you idiots, I'm not a freaking ham bone, all right? I'm not a goddamn ham bone. And I'm sick and tired of you people making these freaking remixes about that, man. All right? The only reason that I brought in the whole concept of ham bone is for you idiots, all right? For you people that are out there in the supermarkets and in the shopping malls, and you see these fat, disgusting, tubber-lard, belly going over their private parts, obese jerk dicks, riding around in their damn hover-rounds, getting in the way. I invented the concept of ham bones so you can walk by these people, all right? And don't look at them, all right? Just walk by them and go, ham bone, fat, greasy-ass, smelly ham bone. Got rashes in your rolls, ham bone. Do you understand? Not for you idiots to make remixes of me saying that I'm a freaking ham bone. I'm not a freaking ham bone. Assholes. Look at them. You know what? God damn it. Implement chat room martial law, engineer. Implement chat room martial law right now. Piece of crap. Sick of these people, man. I don't even have to be here, man. I mean, do you understand? I live in Austin, Texas, all right? 6th Street, baby, all right? Do you understand it's Friday, all right? Baller Friday. Do you understand that they close off the whole goddamn street on 6th Street? Close the whole son of a bitch off, all right? All right, that means that, you can just walk in the middle of the street, in the middle of a drunken stupor, no problem, for Christ's sake, all right? It's a bitchin'-ass party environment. I could be out there right now. You understand that? But instead, I'm doing this broadcast. And look, this is the kind of respect that I get from you assholes. Look at this. Look at them. Piece of crap. Anyway, let me take a couple more calls, then we move on to another subject matter. We're supposed to be talking about these vagabond, bum, disgusting, smelly, sick-ass idiots from Occupy Wall Street. We're supposed to be talking about these idiots, and unfortunately we're getting sidetracked by a bunch of troll terrorists, for a lack of a better term. But hopefully we can get some goddamn substance on the horn here, so let's go ahead and do it. Area code 732, you're on the horn. You're playing with your goddamn pecker shaft. 857, what's up? You're on the horn. What, is everybody just going to be a goddamn Helen Keller deaf mute? Is this what y'all are going to be now? Huh? You're going to be a Helen Keller deaf mute? Well, then why the hell am I here? Why the hell am I even broadcasting on this internet, for Christ's sake, if you idiots are just going to sit over there and play with your goddamn wet willy, for Christ's sake? God damn it. Piece of crap, man. Tired of this crap. Tired of this crap. Give me my goddamn drink, for Christ's sake. Sick of this crap, man. I mean, I deserve more respect than this. I deserve more respect! Give me the mic. Give me that mic. Give me the freaking mic, for Christ's sake, man. I'm telling you, you idiots, you keep doing this. You keep putting this up, I'm out of here, all right? You keep putting this up, I'm out of here. Freaking pissed, man. All right, I'm going to take a couple more calls about Occupy Wall Street, then we're moving on, all right? 516, you're on the horn. How about turning down your goddamn Salvation Army computer there, jerk dick? 703, you're on the horn.
Hey, Ghost. Your human Congress recently declared pizza a fucking vegetable. I'm totally glad I'm not human because your humankind is kind of dumb. I mean, pizza a fucking vegetable. That's stupid. Why the hell would you do that? I'm so glad I'm a troll. I'm so glad I'm a troll because I don't have to deal with...
Yeah, I know. You sound like some damn Vietnamese coolie that's trying to spark some kind of intellectual-based conversation, but instead you're just, spouting off like some airheaded bimbo, So what's your point? You're talking about how Congress, our government, the United States government, has now labeled pizza as a vegetable so that school districts all across the country can continue to serve it and continue to claim that they're giving their children nutritious meals, for Christ's sake. That's what you're discussing. Now, what is your question and what is your point, you ignorant bitch?
My point is pizza is not a fucking vegetable. It's fucking junk food. It makes kids turn into those ham bones that you talk about.
Well, no, I understand that, but I mean, I am not for pizza being a vegetable. I don't understand why you're getting this intuition that I'm for pizza being a vegetable, for Christ's sake. You know what I'm saying, Cal?
Yeah, but you're supposedly, everybody's talking about you like you're a ham bone. So I'm guessing...
Get this stupid skankosaurus. Get her off, you stupid ignorant slut. You see, this is the consequence of the slut walk. Did you hear that, broad, right there? That is the consequence of the slut walk. Believe it or not, bimbos actually believe that males want to hear chicks act like this. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. I didn't get the memo. I didn't understand that women actually thought that if you act like some ditzy, bubbly, imbecilic space cadet, that all of a sudden males are going to flock to you or something. I mean, it's stupid. It's just disgusting. Anyway, that's enough of Occupy Wall Street. We're moving on to another subject matter. All right? Let's talk a little bit about the GOP run for president, baby, because it's getting good. I mean, this has got to be one of the best Republican GOP races in at least a couple of generations. You know what I'm saying? I mean, straight up, it's got to be the best, for Christ's sake. You got Mitt Romney flip-flopping. You got the disgusting fat jelly-ass Newt Gingrich out here, basically being hypocritical. You've got the modern-day media lynching of Herman Cain. And then you've got, Ron Paul's Martian-looking ass. Well, you understand, the American dollar is going down. Just shut up, Ron Paul, goddammit. You know that the only reason that you're running for president, Ron Paul, is so that you can collect the money, all right? Don't sit over here. I'm not stupid, all right? I'm not stupid, Ron Paul. Maybe all these other idiots that, that are your lackeys, all these idiots that hop on your bandwagon, maybe they're ignorant pieces of trash. I'm not an ignorant piece of trash. I know what you're doing, Ron Paul, all right? You have no shot, no chance in hell to making any kind of dent into the election. But you're going out and you're pretending like you're running so you can accumulate all this campaign funds, all this money. And remember, folks, he's been collecting it since 2008. All right, you need to take a look at his books and see how many millions that he has in his campaign contribution account, all because he's running for president and saying a couple of taglines that's got a couple of idiot kids out here swinging their schlong heads in somehow orgasmic erection for this guy or some shit, man. I mean, it's stupid. He doesn't have a chance in hell, and the only reason that he's running is for the money, all right? And anybody who thinks otherwise, you're an idiot. You're an imbecile. But anyway, enough of Ron Paul. He doesn't even need that much airtime, for Christ's sake, if you want my personal opinion. But I do want to talk about my man, baby. My man, Herman Sugar Cain, baby. All right? Because believe it or not, the latest poll has Herman Cain and Mitt Romney tied neck and neck for number one. That's right, neck and neck for 1 and 1. I'm telling you right now, Herman Sugar Cain is going to be the next president of the United States. And I know there's a lot of individuals out here in the mainstream media that are trying to, of course, degrade the presidential run of Herman Cain, and the reason is because they're all in the tank for Obama. But even some of these goddamn right-wing media mouthpieces are sitting out here saying,
well, maybe we should all come and back up Mitt Romney. Maybe we should just all come back and back up Mitt Romney.
Back up Mitt Romney, for Christ's sake? I mean, if the GOP nominates Mitt Romney as their candidate, you might as well give the election to Obama, all right? You might as well give the election to Obama because, of course, David Axelrod and his slime bag machine are going to go out and utilize the race card, all right? You know it and I know it. They're going to utilize that race card. They did it in 2008, folks, huh?
Oh, you're against Obama? You're a racist. Oh, you're against Yes We Can? You're a racist. Oh, you're against stimulus package 2? You're a racist.
All right? I mean, you know it and I know it. And secondly, folks, Obamacare, which is a big subject matter on the debates in the GOP. I mean, most of the people want to just disband and just completely get rid of Obamacare, including Mitt Romney, which is funny because, believe it or not, Obamacare is modeled off of the same health care system that he implemented in Massachusetts when he was governor. Yeah. So if Mitt Romney, by chance, happens to be the GOP nominee, you better believe that Barack Obama is going to go right after the jugular of Mitt Romney and say, well, Mitt, if it worked for Massachusetts, why can't it work for America? And, of course, Mitt Romney is going to, give that excuse that, well, it just worked for that particular state. It didn't work. It doesn't work for America. Jesus Christ. Let me tell you something. My man, Herman Sugar Cane, 2012. And speaking of Herman Sugar Cane, did you hear that he is actually getting Secret Service detail now? Yeah, Herman Cain's actually getting Secret Service detail at this point in time. And you want to know why he's getting Secret Service detail? Because he's going to be the next president of the United States. Woo! Anyway, I want to hear from you. 646-652-4869. What do you think about today's current political race for the president for 2012? Who are you voting for? I want to hear from you. 646-652-4869. Let's go ahead and do this. All right? Area code 908. You're on the horn.
Hi, Gus. How's it going?
How's it going, man?
I think the presidential race is pretty interesting. I mean, you have the candidates going up and down in the polls. I mean, at the start of the race, Michelle Bachmann was up there. Now she's at the bottom. Nobody cares about her. Herman Cain was a big surprise for me. I think his capitalist ideas are pretty good, but I think the best candidate so far has the best candidate so far has to be Howard Stern.
I should have known right when you were like stumbling over your own tongue trying to say it. You were going to say something stupid like that. Give me a freaking break. You know what I mean? I mean, Howard Stern's got to resort to sending stumbling, mumbling little jerks over here to my show so that they can attempt to agitate it, for Christ's sake. Let me tell you something. Howard Stern is scared shitless of this man right here, all right? Let me give you a little story, all right? Let me give you a little story here. Sirius Radio, has been in contact with yours truly, all right? The only I'm not even going to say it. Just forget it. Forget about it. I'm not even going to talk about it. But let's just put it this way. Howard Stern fears ghosts. That's all I got to say. Anyway, I want to talk about my man, Herman Sugar Cane. That's what I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about no stupid, dumbass, 65-year-old prostate-infected piece of trash. I want to talk about my man, Herman Sugar Cane, for president. 330, what's up? You're on the horn.
Oh, hey, what's up, Ghost?
How's it going?
I just wanted to ask you what you think of Ron Paul trying to audit the Fed and do all this silly shit to all of us.
Well, I have no idea why he wants to do it, but even if they did do it, what do they expect to find, for Christ's sake? What do they expect to find? I mean, let's be honest. The whole reason why Ron Paul wants to audit the Fed is because if the government audits the Fed, it relinquishes the Fed's powers of monetary policy. Do you understand that? And that means that it would be a complete and utter takeover of the monetary system by the American government. Now, why does Ron Paul want to implement this government takeover of the Federal Reserve System? Because he's a freaking bureaucrat, you idiots. All right? He's It's because he's part of the system, man. I mean, and let's be honest. I mean, what are you gonna learn from auditing the Federal Reserve? All right, you're not gonna learn a goddamn thing. I mean, let's be honest. All right, let's be honest. Prior to 1913, and I think that everybody should do an economics lesson. An economics lesson in history. If you look at 1913 prior, I mean, we were an agrarian society. I mean, you know, people were still making clothes, you know. People were still bartering, for Christ's sake. All right? I mean, it was a horrible economic situation. As a matter of fact, the whole system was so horrible back then that Leon Kozlov assassinated President McKinley at the almost turn of the 20th century. I think it was like 1894, 1895. Assassinates President McKinley because of the economic situations in the country that time. And believe me, people were really suffering. All right? I mean, you know, these idiots from Occupy Wall Street are pissing and moaning about, oh, we're suffering. Yeah. You don't know shit from Shinola when it comes to suffering, you ungrateful brats. All right? But prior to 1913, it was an utter disaster area. But then what happened after 1913? Huh? Economic prosperity, all right? I mean, the Industrial Revolution, assembly line production, technological revolution, the space age. I mean, I can go on and on and on. And the reason is because the Federal Reserve allows those to prosper in certain speculative areas, whether it be entrepreneurial startupship, whether it be stock market-related activities, whether it be whatever the case might be. The Federal Reserve allowed the ability to obtain credit on an easier basis so that those that are out there that actually want to accomplish something can accomplish it. Now, the problem with this equation is that when you lend credit out to folks, not all of them are going to pay it back. Not all of them are going to pay it back, folks, and that's exactly what happened at the Great Depression, all right? I mean, the Roaring 20s. You all need to read about the Roaring 20s. I mean, right after 1913, all of a sudden, the Roaring 20s came along. The richest time in American history, Roaring 20s, all right? You take a look at the fashion attire. You take a look at the cars at that time. You take a look at everything. It was beautiful, for Christ's sake. The problem is that the American economic system and the people that participated in the economic system weren't completely educated on the economic system. They didn't understand credit. They didn't understand margin. They didn't understand these types of financial phrases. They just saw them as opportunities, much like these idiots today or in 2008 when they were financing $250,000 homes on $25,000 a year incomes. It was much like that. And as a result, the same thing that happened in 2008 happened in the Great Depression, folks. All right? I mean, do we want a history lesson here? I mean, let's be honest, all right? The crash of the stock market happened in 1929, all right? And as a result, a whole economic hysteria ensued after 1929, and as it started approaching into the 30s, you started having a run on the banks. What is a run on the banks? That means that all the people in America were actually going to the banks and trying to withdraw their money from their bank account. What's unfortunate is that the bank doesn't have your money, all right? You see, the whole concept of banking is that you lend your money to the bank so it can lend the money out with interest. That's how banks make money, all right? What the hell? Hold on. Implement chat martial law, for Christ. Implement chat room martial law on these idiots, all right? And moreover, what happened was you had a lot of people that were going to the banks, and the banks had to recall the loans that were outstanding. Yeah. The bank can do that at any point in time, you idiots. I mean, if there's a financial collapse in the system and everybody makes a run on the banks can go and recall your car loan, can recall your house loan, can recall your business loan, and you better have enough assets to liquidate so that you can be able to suffice any potential callback of that loan, folks. That's what caused the Great Depression, all right? It's as simple as that. I know people want to blame the Federal Reserve and the boogeyman and meh. No, you idiots. the 1920, and what made the stock market crash in 1929? Credit. All right? So many idiots participating in the financial instrument called margin, meaning that if I open up a brokerage account to trade on the stock market with $5,000, I can use something called margin that'll increase that $5,000 to $10,000 because the brokerage firm will give me $5,000 in credit, and that's called margin. Well, there's something called margin call if you participate in that game. If for whatever reason the stocks that you're invested in on margin fall below a certain threshold point, well, the brokerage firm has every power to go and call back all the margin that you have outstanding. And that's exactly what happened in 1929, all right? It was a huge margin call on a lot of folks, and it just collapsed the market. Now, when you have a margin call, what is an investor to do? What is an investor going to do when they have margin call? They're going to sell off their financial instruments. That includes equities, commodities, anything, so that they can cover their margins. And if you have this happening a lot, it's going to affect the market to the point where you're going to see these dramatic sell-offs, folks. That's why throughout, throughout the springtime, summer, up till now, I have been on the CME group, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, for artificially watering down the gold and silver prices by increasing margin requirements 5 times this year, which is unprecedented. But why is the CME group wanting to water down the gold and silver prices? Because they're in cahoots with the government, my friends. The government bailed them out. And when somebody gives you money to recapitalize your failed investments, you kind of owe them a little bit, you know? You kind of owe them a little bit. So as a result, this is why you have if you want to protest anything, Occupy Wall Street, you need to protest the government takeover of Wall Street, you stupid imbeciles. You need to protest the fact that the government not only recapitalized Wall Street and all their bad investments, but on top of which, all right, on top of capitalizing, these people are out here merged together with that capitalization. I mean, they're in cahoots. They're doing things in concert. I mean, and raising the margin requirements of gold and silver futures proves that the CME group is in cahoots with the government, and they're purposely watering down the gold and silver prices. And the reason they're doing that, folks, is because a lower silver and gold price will falsely make investors believe that the American dollar is worth more than it is. Because believe it or not, the price of gold and silver is based upon the value of the dollar. The lower price of gold and silver, the higher value of the American dollar. The higher price of gold and silver, the lower price of the American dollar. And if you look back in the springtime, around April, we started seeing $50 prices on troy ounces of silver. We started seeing, $2,200 per troy ounce on gold. All right? But what happened in April? They decided to throw the first reins of margin heightening on this particular. I mean, it's a disgrace. And I know there's a lot of people out here that are like, I'm bored, Ghost. I don't get it. Well, you're going to be the idiots shining my shoes on the corner. That's what you're going to do. You're going to be the idiot washing my car, all right? All you people that are out here, I'm just so bored. I just don't get it. You're going to be the idiot serving me my food. That's what you're going to be. You're going to be cleaning my toilet. That's what you're going to be doing. Anyway, I got off on a whole tirade there. We're already running out of time because of these idiots. Let's talk a little bit about SOPA. How about that, huh? SOPA, the Stop Online Piracy Act. Now, a lot of people had a false sense of security given the fact that the Senate rejected the SOPA Act. But the House of Representatives are still debating it, folks, all right? They're still debating, and if you are unfamiliar with the SOPA, Stop Online Piracy Act, it is an act that is going to allow the movie industry, the music industry, software companies to be the overlords of the Internet. And the purpose of this particular bill is to supposedly wipe off, quote-unquote, rogue websites off of the Internet. Now, all this loose language means that this particular bill could give the government authority to completely censor the internet. I mean, that's just the bottom line. It's what it is, all right? Because what the hell is rogue websites, huh? I mean, they could consider this show a rogue website, you know? They could consider the blogs that I do a rogue website. They could consider all the lols that you guys have out here as rogue website, rogue web activity. And, you know, folks, if you infringe upon this particular legislation that's being put forth, and it hasn't been put forth yet, but it's being talked about in the House of Representatives, if you break this law, you're breaking a federal law. All right, you're breaking a federal law. And this can extend to you lying about what your name is on social networks. This could go to if you lie about your weight on a dating site. Any kind of misrepresentation of the supposed truth online can be considered a rogue website. It can be considered a rogue situation, and the government can step in and basically prosecute you for federal charges. Yeah, and not only that, it gives website proprietors like Facebook and YouTube and all these other, you know, big, humongous social network conglomerates unadulterated authority to be able to basically oversee any potential infringings on this particular federal law. And if there are any infringings on this federal law, well, then they're going to report you to the government. This is what SOPA is. It is a government censorship on the internet. And I keep saying, folks, that it's bad enough that we don't have freedom in our everyday lives. We can't go on an airplane without getting our Johnson's checked with a groin check or photographed through X-ray vision, for Christ's sake. I mean, we can't even go into a sporting event without getting wanded up and down like some goddamn sick-ass criminal. I mean, we can't even walk down the street without some goddamn sanctioned gang called the police pulling you over, asking you for your papers, huh? Hey, where are your papers? Let me see your ID. I mean, it's bad enough that we're not even living in freedom here in everyday America. Now they want to take away our virtual freedom. This is the last bastion of freedom that we have left. It's the last bastion of freedom of speech. It's the last bastion of any kind of freedom of creativity, expression, innovation. I mean, just imagine if they decided to regulate the internet and censor the internet, for Christ's sake, man. It's the InfoWars that fat, jelly-ass, portly bastard Alex Jones is always talking about. Espionage is going to be rampant. I mean, you think that hackers are bad now? Just wait till there's goddamn regulation on this internet. You ain't seen nothing yet. It's going to stifle creativity. It's going to stifle innovation, for Christ's sake. And not only that, it's going to curb all the potential jobs that could be created by allowing a free internet to continue. You know, free startup entrepreneurs that start up websites, you know, that start up concepts. They're going to be gone if SOPA is actually implemented as a law in America. I mean, and what sickens me is that, you know who's backing up this disgusting, despicable, totalitarian censorship of the web? These assholes like Sony, like Apple Computer, like Microsoft, Nintendo, the music industry, the movie industry. Yeah, these individuals out here are all backing up this SOPA nonsense. And you want to know why they're backing it up? Because it makes them the overlords of us all on this net. All right? Straight up. That's its bottom line. It makes them the overlord. And who the hell are these idiots? Why does the music and the movie industry have the government's backing to monopolize creativity? I mean, these idiots have monopolized creativity long enough. I mean, it's no coincidence that ever since the inception of the television in mainstream pop culture America, you only had 3 channels for like 50 years. Y'all remember that? For like 50 years, you only had 3 channels. Now, why is that? Because of the goddamn domination and the monopolization of that particular industry. And the internet relinquishes that goddamn monopoly that's been held by Hollywood, that's been held by the media, that's been held by the music industry. It gives the power to us because we in turn actually have a viable option to figure out, hey, I'm going to listen to this person because they're funny, or they're good, they're informative, they're this, they're that. Or, hey, I'm going to watch this internet web show because it's informative, it's entertaining, so on and so forth. We're not forced to eat entertainment like they do in the old days. Remember the old days? You only had 3 choices, ABC, NBC, CBS. And whatever the hell they shitted out of their creative asses, we just had to sit there and accept. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with music. The only thing that we were exposed to is what the gatekeepers of the media of radio allowed us to listen to. Same thing with network television. We were only exposed to television shows that we were allowed to. I mean, it just goes on and on. Look, this power now belongs to us. This is why I do this broadcast, because there's not a broadcast like this anywhere in the world. And that's the beautiful about internet freedom. That's what's so beautiful about it, is that if you, as a free internet content user, scour the net and you don't quite find the content that floats your boat, then you can create your own content. Do you understand that? You are now Hollywood. You are now the music industry. You are now network television. But these old monopolies over here, they don't want us to have that. They don't want us to have that. No, they want to monopolize the creativity. They want to pick and choose who the stars are, who the celebrities are. Who's the music? They actually want to have a monopoly over this crap. And that's what SOPA is all about. Has nothing to do with taking rogue websites off the internet that are supposedly causing fraud, all right? We're supposed to have an FBI computer crimes division that's supposed to be looking after that crap. All right? It's not about anything other than allowing the music, movie, and all these other old forms of mediums to have a monopoly over creativity, and we can't allow it. We can't allow it, folks. 646-652-4869. We're talking about the Stop Online Piracy Act. I want to hear from you. What do you have to say about it? 646-652-4869. And you know what? The whole concept of online piracy is stupid. It's just unbelievably pathetic. Because let me explain, all right? This is my computer. I bought this computer, right? It belongs to me. It's my property, all right? I pay for an internet connection, which I pay a service provider so I can have a secure internet connection so that I can connect to the internet. Both of these things should be my property, all right? So if I connect to another computer via my computer, via my internet connection, via someone else's computer that knows it's not, somebody unknown and you're going onto their computer. It's not hacking. This is a voluntarily connection between two computers. Whatever is exchanged between those two computers, whether it's communication, whether it's data, it should be exclusive to those two computers. The overlords at the movie industry and the music industry and anybody else has no business snooping around and trying to look and see if we're pirating any of their stupid pussy whip material. Hey, music artists, you're going to have to work a little harder now, all right? You can't fool us by shitting out a record and only putting 2 songs in a 12-song disc and having us pay full price for that crap, all right? You can't do that anymore. All right? You can't go out and make crap music. You actually have to be somebody with skill. You actually have to be somebody that appeals to a wide demographic out here. You actually have to be an artist now. You actually have to be an artist. You see, these artists don't want to be artists. It's too hard for them to be artists. Are you kidding me? They just want to make that one song. They want to put it on a CD, and they want you to pay $20 for the goddamn, $15, whatever the hell it is. They want you to pay the whole price for it, and they want you to continue to do it. Bull crap. Hey, musicians, that means you're going to have to step your games up and step your chains up, all right? You're going to have to get better at your instruments. You're going to have to get better in your live shows. You're going to have to get better in your merchandising. All right? That's all there is to it, man. Now, of course, if somebody is making money off of your intellectual property, if somebody is out there using your song in a movie, using your song in a commercial, using your song to where they are actually profiting off of your intellectual property, well, that's a whole other subject matter altogether. I mean, that's something completely different. But just because that particular scenario could be a possibility doesn't give the music or movie industry the right to be overlords of the internet. So fuck you, movie industry. Fuck you, music industry. Burn, Hollywood, burn, baby. Anyway, 646-652-4869 is the number to call. We are now in the third and final hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Before we get into anything else, I'd like for everybody to please retweet the broadcast, go to the social networks, go to the forums, go to the blogs, and spread it around like wildfire, and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, for Christ's sake. Look, I don't want to, take any Twitter shout-outs right now. This is serious business. Our online freedom is in jeopardy here, all right? Our online freedom is in jeopardy, and we need to have a serious discussion about this before these power-hungry autocrats in Washington sit here and gag us virtually. It's bad enough they're gagging us in reality. I want to hear from you, 646-652-4869. We got area code 847. What's up?
Illuminati is in... shit, did it wrong.
Yeah, because you're a freaking moron. 630, what's up?
Engineer 2012.
Well, what Engineer 2012? What the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? The engineer running for office? The engineer actually thinking you can actually run for office or some crap. Give me a goddamn break. Anyway, who else we got? 562, what's up?
Hey, Ghost, so, listening to you talking about, the privacy and stuff, for once I agree with you, and all these bronies out here, harassing you and stuff, should be really thinking about this, because if that passes, where the hell are all these faggots going to go and, spread their pony gay love around?
You're absolutely right. I mean, believe it or not, under the SOPA Act, My Little Pony sites and Pony Chan and, these little pony broadcasts, they would all be wiped off of the internet because it's a rogue website. They're utilizing copyrighted material as it relates to the SOPA Act. Yeah. So, for you guys to be sitting over here, not taking this very serious, I would strongly advise you to start taking it serious. I mean, it's as dumb as that. Believe it or not. I mean, if you are a fan of a given media and you utilize some of the media that you appreciate in, projects on YouTube or on, a fan website, I mean, you can actually be charged with federal crimes for this crap because of this stupid SOPA Act, man. It's stupid. So you're absolutely right, man. I hope that these, and not just bronies, but everybody who's listening to me on the internet, I don't care what you are, all right? I don't care what you're doing. This affects us all, all right? If we no longer have a free internet, well, the internet ain't going to be the internet any longer, all right? And I don't even want to even think about that prospect. Area code 512, what's up? You're on the horn.
Hello, Ghost.
Yeah, what's up?
I'd just like to say that Barack Obama has gone on record and saying that he is going to veto the SOPA Act if it ever comes across his desk. So you could say...
Yeah, right. I didn't hear that. All right, I didn't hear that. I haven't read that, and I don't want to. I don't want to believe that. All right, it's crap. That's utter garbage, and you know it. All right. 702, what's up? You're on the horn.
Actually, like Ghost, and I blew his count thing against it.
Jesus Christ, wait. Are you calling me from a payphone or something, man? Jesus Christ. It sounds like you're calling me from a payphone from a water park. 903, what's up?
Yo, bye. Shit.
Jesus Christ, we got some idiot with a speech impediment, for Christ's sake. Look, if you're going to call me up, at least learn how to spoken a little bit. Can you do that? Okay, can you learn how to spoken just a little bit? Jesus Christ. 423, you're on the horn. Shut that shit. Shut him up, for Christ's sake, man. That's it. I'm not taking any more calls. This is ridiculous. This is just horrible. Let's move on to another subject matter. It's obvious nobody cares about SOPA, all right? So when it's finally implemented and there's no more true capitalist radio, when there's no more Brony News and My Little Pony and 4chan and E-bombs and all, when there's no more of that, I wonder where the hell you fat jelly-ass over-feminine idiots are going to congregate then. Anyway, let's move on to another subject matter. I want to talk a little bit about the Yehudis in Egypt. Because right now, the Yehudis in Egypt are in an uproar. Yeah, remember, the Occupy Wall Street pricks were modeling their so-called uprising after the Egyptian, or the so-called Egyptian revolution. Well, now, the Egyptians are basically up in arms and protesting and getting violent over the idiots that they put into power. I mean, I said this was going to happen, folks. I mean, the prognosticator of prognosticators strikes again. All right? I told you this was going to happen. These freaking Yehudis in Egypt, when they started rioting and, started pillaging and raping and breaking their own infrastructure, they had no intellectual foundation. There was no cause behind the uproar. All it was, we don't like a Hansi Mubarak. We don't like a Hansi Mubarak. We don't like a Hansi Mubarak. Shut up, all right? Look at them now. Look at these stupid Egyptian Yehudis now. They don't have Hansi Mubarak now, but now they're pissed. Oh, now they're pissed that the idiots that they threw into power are even going to be more totalitarian than Hansi Mubarak. I mean, give me a break, man. I mean, where's Wael Ghanem? Where's Wael Ghanem in all this, man? This is the guy who started this crap. He's the guy who basically rabble-roused this primitive population of Yehudis into a goddamn hysteria and caused this nonsense. Where is Wael Ghanem, for Christ's sake? Oh, I'll tell you where he's at. He's having dinner at the Times 100 Most Influential People of the Year dinner. That's where he's at. Oh, yeah, he's out there, making sure he's writing up his finalization of his manuscript, Revolution 2.0. Yeah. Yeah, Wael Ghanem, you stupid jerk dick. All right? You got blood on your hands. And let me tell you something right now. I don't understand why any authority that's out there in the Middle Eastern region hasn't taken you in and, put you into a waterboarding chair because you're a piece of trash, Wael Ghanem. You're a piece of trash, all right? I mean, let's be honest. Wael Ghanem rabble-roused a primitive population of Egypt with first-world communication technologies via Twitter, via Facebook, so on and so forth. And how did he do this? All he did was just say, hey, we are going to meet at Tier Square. We're going to meet at Tier Square, and we're going to take out Hansi Mubarak. And all these Yehudis actually listen to this idiot, all right? But what I'm saying is now that they got Hansi Mubarak out, they're still unhappy. I mean, and this should go to show all these Occupy Wall Street jerk dicks, hey, this is what happens when you idiots think that,
oh, we need something better. We need to start a revolution. We need an uprising.
Hey, here's Egypt. The revolution that you're modeling your little pissing ground protest off of, look at them now, huh? Look at them now. They're getting violent because the people that they put into power aren't doing what they thought. And that's what you stupid idiots from Occupy Wall Street need to realize. No one's going to do what you think, you stupid morons. The world doesn't revolve around you and your ridiculous, no personality, mooching ass. All right, you're going to have to survive on your own, for Christ's sake, all right? And given the fact that we live in a country, in America, that's still got more opportunities than any other country in the world, and all you choose to do is just sit on your fat ass and collect, welfare checks and, smoke weed and watch cartoons all day, that's your problem if you're unsuccessful. Piece of crap. Anyway, once again, I don't want to, put too much time on these disgusting, despicable, sweaty Yehudis out there in Egypt, but once again,
They're getting violent. They're getting violent because, they don't like the people they put into power. I mean, Jesus Christ, what did I tell you idiots, man? Anyway, let me move on to another subject matter, all right? I want to talk about Obama's Asian trip because, let me tell you something, this is a very precedent-setting trip that he has taken out here, not just in Asia. He was in Australia earlier midweek. And in that visit to Australia, he dedicated even more of a military presence in the borders of Australia. And, of course, the leaders of Australia open arms with it. And now Obama is in Asia trying to talk to all the Asian countries in hopes of allowing military assets to be put on their Asian countries. Now, why is Obama, Mr. Nobel Peace Prize winner, why is he putting United States military assets in the Asian Pacific? Well, I'll tell you why. Because he's flexing nuts against China. That's right. He's flexing nuts against China because, let's be honest, I mean, even though Barack Obama may be, a borderline socialist commie, he understands that, America's superiority as a superpower is not only in jeopardy, but, it's on the verge of collapse if the United States doesn't act in a stern yet contained type way towards China. You have to understand that all the money that we're sending over there, because we keep spending all this money on all these electronic widgets that are produced out there, all the money that they're generating, where are they putting it in? They're putting it in increasing the size of their army. They're putting it in buying airplanes, nuclear weapons, space travel, so on and so forth. And what are we doing out here? We're just getting ourselves into debt, passing stimulus packages that are doing nothing but allowing an open raid on the American tax system to those that donated to the campaign contribution accounts to politicians. This is what we're doing out here. So, once again, Barack Obama saber-rattling out there in Asia and asking all these Asian countries in the Asian Pacific if they can allow military assets from the United States to be put in Asia. And let me tell you something right now. China is not happy about this at all. Are you kidding? Jesus Christ, they're pissed. They are pissed off. China, as a response to Obama's increased military presence in now Australia, and trying to negotiate an increased military presence in the Asian Pacific, China is now saying that it's going to strengthen its ties with its quote-unquote strong ally, North Korea. That's right. China said it today. China is going to be more in cahoots with North Korea. China is going to provide North Korea with weaponry. China is going to... I'm not joking. This is not a joke. You people think it's a lie. It's not a joke. All right. Moreover, China is also flexing nuts with India. For all you folks that are unaware about that, India, believe it or not, is actually looking for oil exploration in the China Sea. And China doesn't like that very much. But India has already told them, I don't care, you Chinese people, I don't care. You're going to sit there and take it. You're little stupid. He already told them that they're not going to stop exploring the China Sea. They're going to continue doing it, and that's all there is to it. So, look, I'm telling you right now, China is starting to flex nuts. It's starting to become a problem out here. And on top of which, we already got a destabilized Middle East. We've got a situation already arising out here in... it's just too much. I don't even want to talk about it. Give me my drink. Give me my drink, for Christ's sake. Good stuff. Anyway, folks, before we get on to anything else, you know as well as I, whenever this show criticizes the communist government of China, because Blog Talk Radio is broadcasted within the borders of China, we have to allow a representative of the communist government to give a rebuttal to any criticism that this show conducts against the communist government of China. So without any further ado, folks, do we have him on the line, engineer?
All right, folks, without any further ado, Jesus Christ, I hate this prick. Mr. Fortune Cookie, are you there, sir?
You see, you motherfucker out there in America think that you're scaring the communist government of China. You're not scaring nobody, motherfucker. We have bigger military than you. We own you, American motherfucker. We own all your debt, motherfucker. All the electronics that you buy it for us, motherfucker. iPod, Android, you buy it from China. That's where you buy it, motherfucker. So don't be talking garbage about the communist government of China. We're watching you, United States. We're watching your military coming into the China Sea, and we don't like it. No, we don't like it at all. So all you motherfucker American people out there concerned about communist government of China, you need to mind your business, motherfucker. We own you. We own all of you, American motherfucker. Alright? We own all your debt. We own all you motherfuckers. You stupid American piece of shit, motherfucker. You gonna sit here and talk garbage about communist government of China? You wait till we own your country. You wait till we send over there and we own your country, you motherfucker. We going to stick a chopstick straight up your asshole. Motherfucker. Communist government of China is going to be here forever. We're going into space, Ghost. We're going into space. We got our own space station, motherfucker. And what are you doing? What are you doing? You're doing nothing, motherfucker. You sitting here, you worried about communist government of China. Well, you better. You better fear communist government of China. You better fear that, motherfucker. You better be fearing that, motherfucker. Oh, no. Oh, my stomach hurt. Oh, no. Nothing else to say. I am Mr. Fortune Cookie. Thank you very much. All right, I think he's done. You get him off, did you? Get him off, for Christ's sake. But do you hear the communist government of China? I mean, do you hear the gall of these people? They don't care. They think they own everything. They think they own us all, for Christ's sake. And now that Obama's saber-rattling by putting military assets in the Asian Pacific, we actually have China. They're going to start negotiating with North Korea, and they're going to give them more weaponry. They're going to give them more armory. And, you know, this is just getting pathetic. Anyway, let's just move on to another subject matter, all right? Just keep your eye out on China, for Christ's sake. Anyway, let me move on to another subject matter. Top climate scientists have met in Africa. Did you hear about this? Yeah, the top climate scientists all met in Africa here today, and guess what they said? They basically put a message out to all the world leaders, and I quote, "Get ready for extreme weather." Yeah, that's what these climate scientists have surmised at this ridiculous little conference in Africa. They basically have told all world leaders, get ready for extreme weather. Get ready for extreme weather. We're living it, you stupid dorks. We've been witnessing it since 2004, for Christ's sake. Get ready for extreme weather. I mean, what was it? Last week or a couple of weeks ago, Oklahoma had, what was it? It was a hailstorm, a tornado storm, all the trifecta, and an earthquake. Yeah, hailstorm, a goddamn tornado, and an earthquake. For Christ's sake. I mean, out here in Texas, we're having extreme wildfires out here. For Christ's sake, out there in Bastrop, Texas, we got scorched earth out here in Texas, boy. We got scorched earth.
matter of fact, we have wildfires right now in Nevada that are, getting out of control outside of Reno, Nevada. So once again, folks, we are witnessing the atmospheric disturbances called, quote-unquote, extreme weather. We're witnessing it, for Christ's sake. What, we need a bunch of bookworm, four-eyed, freckle-faced, beaten wannabe scientists and lab coats to get together in Africa? To tell us that we're going to see extreme weather? Jesus Christ. What a joke. You stupid, dumb bookworms. Anyway, let me move on. Let me move on to another subject matter. We got 11 killed in Syria, folks. I like to keep up with the body count in Syria because, let's be honest. I've been trying to tell everybody who can listen on this broadcast that there are crimes against humanity happening right now in Syria. The leader, Bashar al-Assad, some totalitarian tyrant, continues to kill his own people. And I'm talking not just men. I'm talking about women, children. He's killing his own people just so that he can sustain his own totalitarian power. And once again, today, 11 dead, bringing the tally at least way over 4,000. I don't even know what the exact tally is, man. It's just too many deaths. It's just crimes against humanity out there in Syria. And all I've got to say is death to Bashar al-Assad. Death to Bashar al-Assad. And you can tell him I said that. Sick son of a bitch is going to kill kids. He's going to torture them and cut their limbs off. This is what this sick son of a bitch is doing. In a more positive note, as it relates to the Syrian situation, you actually have defectors from Bashar al-Assad's army who have gotten tired of killing their own people, actually establishing their own front. Yesterday, that particular armed front made of defectors from Bashar al-Assad's army actually hit up a military installation in Syria, outside of Damascus. So, once again, it's turning into another powder keg situation in Syria. And it was, look, this has been going on since February. It wasn't until August that the United Nations finally started to say something. Yeah, and supposedly the United Nations is supposed to be, a ground international basis for peace? It's an international, bureaucratic, institutionalist bunch of shit, if you want my personal opinion. We should stop funding the United Nations because they don't know crap. Anyway, I've had about enough. That's enough, all right? Let me get on to the more lighthearted stuff here. Did anybody know that the birth rate in America dropped for the third straight year? Anybody know? You could have fooled me, all right? You could have fooled me because, I'm from Texas, all right? And if you go down south of Austin, Texas, to any of those cities down south of Austin, Texas, you are going to witness a phenomena of women who have shitted out about 5 or 6 kids from 5 or 6 different fathers. Do you understand that? And they're all over the place. They're walking in shopping malls. They're walking in Walmarts and in grocery stores. All right? And now to have this ridiculous, stupid, pathetic report that, the birth rate has gone down. Good. Good that the birth rate has gone down. I'm glad it has. We don't need any more ignorant assholes to be born into single-parent families only to be brought up to be criminals or losers or detriments on our civilization. We don't need any more losers. We got enough of losers in this country to occupy every park in the goddamn nation out here. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. So I'm glad that the birth rate went down, even though I don't believe it. I think that's a BS report, if you want my opinion. I think it's a BS report. There are so many goddamn little brats running around out here. They're building more elementary schools, for Christ's sake. How can there be a curve in the birth rate when they're building more elementary schools? Just read the bond issues in your local goddamn community. They're building more elementary schools, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. The birth rate went down. Good. Got too many assholes on the planet anyway. Anyway, let me move on to another subject matter. Did anybody hear about this Natalie Wood case being reopened, folks? Anybody hear about this? For you folks that are unaware, Natalie Wood was actually a famous actress, three-time Oscar-nominated actress. She was in such classics like Rebel Without a Cause with James Dean. She was in other movies, for Christ's sake. Anyway, she was with Robert Wagner. Robert Wagner was a big-time actor. One of his more famous roles is playing Heart to Heart, that little sitcom, about who cares what it's about. But anyway, him and her were married, all right, and they were Hollywood actors, living the lavish life. And lo and behold, they decided to go partying, one night. I forgot where exactly they were partying, but they're actually partying with Christopher Walken, right? And after the partying session, they decided to continue it on Robert Wagner's yacht. Yeah. And somewhere, sometime in that night, they were all getting loaded on this yacht that, I don't know, an argument ensued between Robert Wagner and Natalie Wood. I don't know what Christopher Walken was doing. I don't know, jerking off or something. I don't know what he was doing. But anyway, this argument ensued between Robert Wagner and Natalie Wood. And supposedly, according to the story, they both went to their rooms and they both went their separate ways, yada, yada, yada. But before you know it, Natalie Wood is found to be not on board. And according to the reports, she supposedly fell off the dinghy, all right, believe it or not. And she fell off the dinghy and hit her head and drowned at sea. And now that there's a little bit more information about the case, because believe it or not, the police actually called it an accident. Yeah, they called it an accident. This woman just falls, hits herself in the face somehow, falling, right? Hits herself in the face and drowns in the ocean, for Christ's sake. Well, the reason they're reopening this case is because the captain of that ship is finally starting to open up and say that actually Robert Wagner prevented him from calling the Coast Guard. Yeah. Yeah, so, when Natalie Wood was found missing and probably assumed overboard, the proper protocol is for the captain of the ship to call the National Guard and say, hey, we got somebody overboard, we can't find him, According to the captain, Robert Wagner prevented him from doing so, which opens up a whole new arena into this case, because it was always assumed that Natalie Wood was just a drunk lush and she fell off the boat and killed herself. That was the assumption. But now, and I always assumed there was something fishy going on there. I always knew. When it first came out, I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You got two guys, one girl. It sounds almost like a porno movie, for Christ's sake. Two guys, one girl. All right, and all of a sudden, she just they're all drinking and she ends up dead in the goddamn ocean. It's ridiculous. And Christopher Walken put out a statement today saying that I was asleep. I don't know. I was asleep. Shut up, Walken. All right? You know more than you're actually putting on, you sick-looking freak show. Anyway, once again, they're opening up that case. It's great. And finally, folks, how many of you were up at 12 midnight last night waiting in line at your local movie theater to get into Breaking Dawn? Are you kidding me, man? This is just... you can't even make horror movies anymore without fruiting it up. That's what this whole Twilight series is. It's a fruited-up horror movie. Remember when vampires used to be kind of cool? Like in The Lost Boys, you know what I mean? They were cool guys. They rode motorcycles. They got chicks. You know what I mean? They were kicking ass. You know what I mean? They listen to Jim Morrison and crap. Well, what are these pricks, man? What is this Abercrombie, Ed Hardy version of vampires that they're trying to sell down our holes via this Twilight series? What is this crap? This is a fruited-up vampire movie, and it makes me sick that you actually have people. You actually have people waiting in line at midnight to get into this ridiculous mumbo-jumbo. And another thing, I mean, I don't watch these movies, these Twilight movies at all. But when did the vampire and werewolf cross paths? I didn't get that memo. You know, I played Transylvania, you know, on the Nintendo. You know, I beat it and crap. I mean, when did the werewolf and the vampire cross paths in that regard? Can somebody explain that one to me? And not only that, how come a silver bullet is the only thing that can kill a werewolf? I mean, bullets didn't come into existence until, like, you know, the 1700s, for Christ's sake. I mean, let alone silver bullets. I'm just saying, I mean, you know, if a werewolf is around, that werewolf should have been around for, you know, thousands of years, right? Or at least a pack of those werewolves should have been around for, like, thousands of years. I mean, how come a silver bullet kills a freaking werewolf? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Nothing. Anyway, that's about enough. I'm done. All right, I'm done. It's about time for everybody's favorite time of the broadcast, folks. All right, and you know what time it is? It's Radiography. That's right, folks. It's the time of the broadcast when you can actually participate in the broadcast by giving me a call, 646-652-4869. And whenever I call on your area code or on your Skype name, you have exactly 4 to 5 seconds, 3 to 4 seconds actually, 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind, all right? Now, before I call on your goddamn area code or on your Skype name, you better be ready, all right? Don't be a goddamn Helen Keller deaf mute up in here, all right? Be ready, be prepared, let's get this goddamn thing going, all right? And another thing, don't piss me off, you pieces of craps, all right? Don't piss me off, because I could be on 6th Street right now. It's Friday, baby. It should be Miller time for me, for Christ's sake. So don't push my goddamn buttons. Do you understand that? Don't ruin my Baller Friday. All right. Now, I hope these idiots understand that I'm serious about this. I'm not joking. I'm not taking any crap from you. This is Friday. And I'm not going to take any more crap from you idiots, all right? Piece of crap. All right, let's go ahead and take it from the top here. 646-652-4869 is the number to call. Let's take area code 347. You're on the horn.
Hey, Ghost, what's up?
How's it going?
So, who do you beat more than your?
Yeah, you can't even say it because you're a stumbling, mumbling little jerk. Dat Panda, Radio Graffiti.
Yeah, I like how I told you there's no gold in the United States, so you're making play on silver. You fucking hairbone!
What the hell are you talking about, you stupid over fruit bowl? That faggy sounding voice. Super special awesome Radio Graffiti. Here comes another Chinese earthquake. You son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. The Rock, Radio Graffiti. Man, enough of that damn hambone crap, goddammit! Enough of the hambone remixes! Alright? I'm not a goddamn hambone! Son of a bitch, man. 502 Radio Graffiti.
Oh, my.
No, you're not Tub Guy. No, you want to be Tub Guy. You're not Tub Guy. 520 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost.
What's up? Goodbye. Who else we got? 516 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost. How's it going?
Not bad, not bad. 617 Radio Graffiti.
Hello?
Goodbye. 215 Radio Graffiti.
Let me go ahead and take a sip here.
Stupid idiots. Michael Jackson, for Christ's sake. Michael Jackson. Look, I don't like Michael Jackson. You know what Michael Jackson's best hit was, for Christ's sake? You know what it was? Him as Dick Clark. Hey, engineer, put on Michael Jackson as Dick Clark, shall you? Put it on, for Christ's sake. I like that tune. Put it on.
When people leave the show, when people leave my show, I want to say,
This is great Michael Jackson, right? This is Michael Jackson in his prime, right here.
I've never seen nothing like this in my life. Go. I've never seen nothing like this. Go. It's amazing.
Listen to this guy. This is great.
Entertainment in the world. I'm taking it right.
Come on, Michael, say it.
The biggest in the world. Michael Jackson to the hospital.
Great Dick Clark impression, I'm telling you. Great Dick Clark impression. Anyway, 781 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, I didn't really get to talk about soap. I was trying to call in the air, so could I talk about it real quick with you?
No, man, sorry. 713 Radio Graffiti.
What about that's the Illuminati?
Stupid dumb brat, for Christ's sake. 818 Radio Graffiti. Hey, too much bass, all right? I mean, this ain't the freaking 90s or, the early 90s, you know what? Huh?
We like the cars that go boom. We're Tigra and Bunny, and we like the boom.
Remember that stupid song, for Christ's sake? This ain't the 90s, all right? 812 Radio Graffiti. Jesus Christ, with the goddamn Hambone remixes. God damn it! God damn it! I'm not a freaking Hambone! I'm not a goddamn Hambone! Jesus Christ! Fucking tired of this goddamn shit. Tired of this crap. I'm tired of you idiots. I'm tired of you people. I'm tired of coming up here all the time and getting disrespected. I'm tired of it. Son of a bitch. Area code 337, Radio Goddamn Graffiti.
I just want to say I don't like soap because I need to masturbate to porn.
Because you're a stupid, fat, jelly-ass, feminine, high-pitched, Eric-sounding fruit bowl. Exara Hawks, Radio Graffiti. God damn it, Exara Hawks. What the hell is that about, man? What the hell is that? You know I hate that song because they made a goddamn Hambone remix out of me. How the hell why are you gonna play? Why are you gonna damn it! Jesus! Damn it to hell! God damn it, man! I shouldn't even have to be taking this crap. Jesus Christ. Give me the mic. Give me the goddamn the freaking mic, for Christ's sake. I'm telling you, man, I'm tired of this crap, man. I'm not joking. I'll end the show right now. Do you understand that? I can end the goddamn show like that in a freaking snap. I don't need to be doing this broadcast. That's what you stupid, dumb, mooching idiots don't understand. Son of a bitch. 847 Radio Graffiti.
Herman Gane is in the Illuminati.
Shut up, you freaking dumb foreigner. 314 Radio Graffiti.
Come up with a brand new meme and impress me, you unoriginal fruit bowls.
Son of a bitch. I mean, man, how many remixes are there of me out there? I mean, seriously, there's got to be some kind of Guinness World Record at this point, right? I mean, somebody needs to call. I mean, we're going to call the Guinness Book of World Records here sometime here in the near future because, man, there's got to be a count of how many goddamn remixes because it's getting obnoxious, all right? It's getting freaking obnoxious. I mean, I can't say shit, man. I can't say one freaking thing. You idiots splice my Radio Graffiti.
I'm gold.
Why don't you grow some goddamn peach fuzz on your sack before you call up here trying to troll, boy? 707 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, what's the engineer's opinion about capitalism?
It doesn't really matter what the engineer's opinion is about capitalism because I'm paying him, and he's not being paid to think. He's being paid to do what I tell him, all right? So shut up. 423 Radio Graffiti. I mean, what is this? I mean, what was this? Black girls, throwing the jump rope? I mean, what are you idiots doing, man? 918 Radio Graffiti. Oh, you're just taking too long, for Christ's sake. 630, you're Radio Graffiti.
Yes, Ghost. I was wondering, where's my copy of Battletoads, you motherfucker?
What?
Where's the copy of Battletoads? I know that you stole it.
Oh, it was the Battletoads, for Christ. That's an old meme, by the way. And not only that, Frogger's better. 952 Radio Graffiti.
You're a racist, Mr. Ghost. You really are a ham-bone. You've been supporting Sarah Palin. You're a fan of Rainbow Dash, Mr. Ghost.
Son of a bitch. Get him up! Get that stupid singing son of a... Get him up! Now they're singing, for Christ's sake. Now we're calling up and singing like it's a freaking X Factor, for Christ's sake, man. They're freaking singing, man. Jesus. God damn it, it's Baller Friday. They're ruining Baller Friday. They're ruining Baller Friday, for Christ's sake. Fucking assholes are ruining Baller Friday, man. Give me the goddamn... Give me the... Stupid son of a bitch. I'm only going to take a couple of more calls, for Christ's sake. Let me tell you something. Any of you idiots piss me off, it's over. It's over. I'm getting off, for Christ's sake. You understand? I'm getting off the broadcast. Goddamn, my goddamn heart's beating like a rabbit because you sorry sacks of crap. Axeman, Radio Graffiti. I can't even understand you there, you stupid jerk dick. 781, Radio Graffiti.
Ghost, don't talk to me. I haven't had my coffee yet.
This fucking idiot with his coffee, for Christ. I'm sorry, look at you're making me curse! You people are pissing me off so much I'm cursing like a freaking sailor out here, man! God damn you all to hell! 801 Radio Graffiti.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. You mad, bro?
No, that was pretty lame. As a matter of fact, hey, engineer, can you give him a major fail, please, for Christ's sake? That was just disgustingly horrible. Give him a major fail. Major freaking fail, man. Oh, my God. Horrible. 712, Radio Graffiti. Stupid idiot. 818, Radio Graffiti. Can't even understand you, for Christ's sake. What is that, Neil Young you're playing in the background, for Christ's sake? 610, Radio Graffiti. Oh, yeah, it's great. What is that, 8-bit Alexis? Is that it? Huh? 8-bit Alexis. That's great, you damn black brony. 248, Radio Graffiti.
No, I didn't, you asshole. I didn't actually. What the hell's wrong with you?
Damn it. He's freaking out.
Why?
Alicia's freaking out.
Why?
Because.
What the hell's going on?
Do y'all hear these two fags, for Christ's sake? Do y'all hear this crap? I mean, Jesus Christ, they're chewing each other up the colon pipe, for Christ's sake. They're like, oh, dude, I just... Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. 813, Radio Graffiti. I mean, do you hear this, man? I mean, I'm not even done with the show, and they're already doing this. I'm not even done with the goddamn show. Damn all of you, man! Just calm down. I'm just gonna calm down. Calm down. I'm just gonna calm down. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna calm my ass down. That's what I'm gonna do. Calm down. Don't let these milky lickers do this, Ghost. Don't let these milky lickers do it. God damn it! I'm not letting you ruin my Baller Friday. I'm telling you that right goddamn now. I'm not letting you ass clowns ruin my freaking Baller Friday. 571 Radio Graffiti. Get him off, engineer. God damn it. 254 Radio Graffiti.
Merry Christmas, Hambone.
Shove it up your ass, all right? I'm not a freaking ham bone. And secondly, let's get through Thanksgiving first, you dumb, ungrateful, wannabe, present recipient, ungrateful jerks. 609 Radio Graffiti. Take that treble off, you asshole, all right? 215 Radio Graffiti.
Ghost Hawk ham bone. Ghost Hawk ham bone.
Bitch. I mean, that's enough, all right? That's it. That's enough. I'm into the broadcast now. That's what I'm doing. All right? I'm into the goddamn broadcast right now. I'm not going to sit over here and allow you people to disrespect me like you're doing. I'm not going to allow you to do it. I'm not allowing you scumbags to do it. I'm telling you this right goddamn now. I mean, I'm a capitalist. And I deserve more respect. I deserve more respect in this crap, you stupid, ungrateful, besmirching little pricks. 512 Radio Graffiti. Shut up. 702 Radio Graffiti. Are you going to say something, or are you just going to play the Peter Piper? Hey, 702, you there?
Why do you hate Alex Jones?
What?
Why do you hate Alex Jones?
Why do I hate Alex Jones? Because he capitalizes on fear. That's why.
And you don't?
I don't capitalize on fear. I capitalize off money, baby. That's what I capitalize off. And not only that, I give everybody an opportunity to capitalize the same things that I'm capitalizing on, man. Do you understand? I mean, what is Alex Jones doing for the world anyway? What is he really doing besides sitting there, hyper-sensationalizing a bunch of pierce-nosed pricks into hysteria, into knowledge that they don't even have, for Christ's sake? And what am I doing? I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm making millionaires. That's what I'm doing, son. You understand that? You there?
Yes, I'm still here.
What?
I'm still here.
Well, that's great, but, Jesus Christ. You know what? I'm done. You're fruiting up. That's it. All right, I'm just gonna call on people. That's it. 580 302 860.
Hey guys.
Yeah, I actually called this crack the supermarket a hamburger. It's pretty funny. So yeah, there's that.
Are y'all hearing these people? Are y'all hearing them?
Calm down, man.
Listen to these sick pricks. Listen to these sick ass
I did call this one bitch a hambo and yeah. I call that bitch a hambo. Oh my god. Gay hambo one time. I walked by her in the supermarket and you know, you fucking failed, you know that.
You're gonna die. 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 You're gonna die.
You're being so stupid, man. I mean, I did call her a hambo. This fat gay hog.
You are a hambo. That's why you're a fat, guilty-ass, greasy hambo. That's
by the way, hold on this one form. Your real name's Kirk, isn't it? Kirk Hammond. Kirk Hammond. Kirk Hammond.
Why are you such a hambone? I thought you were cool.
I've had to my temper from where I saw.
712, you're on the air. 712.
Hey, go.
You really need to do
They're
one.
still here. They're still here.
646.
They're still here.
Do you beat your granddaughter?
Your name is Kurt. Your name is Kurt. Kurt.
Do you beat your granddaughter as much as you beat your son?
On the line, suck. You know that? Everybody who's on the line right now, you suck. Suck. You suck.
No, you suck.
Big hard granddaughter.
You suck. You suck. You suck.
Suck my dick. Suck my dick. Suck my dick. Suck my dick. Suck
Do you beat your granddaughter as much as you beat your son? Do you beat your granddaughter as much as you beat your son? Your granddaughter is cheating as much as your son is.
You know that? You all suck a goddamn egg, and you know it. Every one of you people that are on the line suck.
You beat your granddaughter as much as you beat your son. Your granddaughter as much as you beat your son. Ghost. Do you beat your granddaughter as much as you beat your son?
Shut up. All right, you shut your stupid, stinking, smelly salmon hole.
Go. Hey, go. I know you're real name.
But you beat your granddaughter.
All right, let's start. Take him off, engineer. Get him off of here. Get him off. Get him out of here. Shut up. Shut up. Shut your stinking, smelly, salmon-smelling hole, all of you. Jesus Christ. Anyway, Note Party, Radio Graffiti.
Hello, Ghost. What's with all these trolls today?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Here's this trans testicle. I mean, after an ear cluster freak, now we got this goddamn trans testicle calling up. What's your excuse? What are you doing this Friday?
Well, I was listening to you, and you were saying, who will we vote for instead of Herman Cain? And, frankly, I'm sick of black people, you know, with the horrible job that Barack Obama's done. So I was thinking that maybe we could have Meredith Vieira as president.
Hold on. First of all, I think I caught your last part saying that you want Meredith Vieira as president. Well, no. All right, she's an old hag. All right, she's got frown lines, you know, that go across the rainbow, and she's old, so that's enough. All right. And secondly, you know, Jesus Christ, enough with the trans testicle stuff. All right, Note Party, really. All right.
I can't help myself. I am who I am, and I'm a transsexual.
So what do you do? Or did you cut it off, or are you tucking your sack back?
Yes, I had the surgery, Ghost.
Ah, Jesus. Yeah. You know, I saw a goddamn ad by one of these goddamn attorneys out here in Texas that are actually trying to get people that had, the trans-testicle surgery, that got it cut off, and had something called transvaginal mesh. Have y'all heard about this? Hey, look, I'm serious. Some lawyers on TV saying, did you have transvaginal mesh, and now you've got prolapse vagina? Well, give me a call at 1-800-RENT-ATTORNEY. I'm not joking. I kid you not. They're advertising this crap. Transvaginal mesh. Sick, man. Anyway, where the hell was I? Texas Apples, Radio Graffiti. Stupid idiot. Shut up. Who else we got? We got Celtic Brony, Radio Graffiti. I'm a Nazi skinhead. You son of a bitch. You know, you Jesus Christ, man. God damn all of you, man. I'm not ending on that one. I'm not letting you stupid scumbags ruin my Baller Friday. I'm not going to let you ruin my Baller Friday.
They're still here.
I'm not going to end on that one, you sorry sack of crap. 614 Radio Graffiti. A little bit of cocaine all night long. A little bit of cocaine. Shut up, all right? 479 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, let me tell you why. SOPA is awesome. Yeah, it's cool, man.
Man, not only do you sound like a minority, you sound like a tard, too.
Okay, SOPA is cool because, well, it's illegal.
Shut up. Just sit there and shut up and go chew on a rubber tortilla, all right? 304 Radio Graffiti.
Ghost. Listen. Listen to me. Please listen.
Shut up. 865 Radio Graffiti.
Trisha, don't marry dark razors. I love you. Come on, Trisha, don't marry dark razors. It ain't gonna treat you right, Trisha. It ain't gonna treat you right, Trisha.
Are you kidding me? You're proposing to a trans testicle here? God damn it, man. Take about 10 steps away from my freaking butt crack for that shit. 219 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, I just wanted to say that Stevie Ray Vaughan is a terrible guitarist, and the only thing to save music these days is Lil Wayne's guitar playing.
You son of a bitch. Let me tell you something, you sorry sack of crap. Don't you ever talk about the God of Texas himself, the God of Texas music, Stevie Ray Vaughan in that fashion, boy. Give me the mic. Let me tell you something, you sorry sack of crap. I actually saw Stevie Ray Vaughan live out here on 6th Street in Texas, baby. You understand that? I mean, let me tell you something. Stevie Ray Vaughan put Austin, Texas on the map. And for you idiots to be making fun of that man is a disgrace. You understand that? It's an utter disgrace. But you don't have a goddamn soul anyway, do you sorry sacks of crap? Huh? None of you even have a freaking soul. You're disrespectful. You're disgusting. As a matter of fact, you're fruiting up the joint. Hey, as a matter of fact, engineer, let's go ahead and end it out because these people are fruiting up the place. They're fruiting up the whole goddamn place up in here. They're smelling up the whole room like fucking butt crack. Why don't we go ahead and just go ahead and play some fruity-ass music for these pieces of trash, all right, engineer? Throw it on for these fruit bowls. Look at them. Throw it on. Uh-oh. Look at them. Look at them. Their assholes are puckering out. They're so goddamn fruity. Look at them. Look at them. They're fruiting up. They're fruiting up. Good God.
Greetings, citizens. We are living in the age in which the pursuit of all value
Christ's sake. I'm going to be back next week. Same place, same time, Monday through Friday, 4 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time here on blogtalkradio.com/ghost, baby. All right, and make sure to spread it around like wildfire. Anyway, I'm out of here. We are now off of the live broadcast. We are now into after-hours radio of True Capitalist Radio. That's right, it's after hours here. And, since I like to, give things for people to download the podcast for, let's go ahead and do a couple of after radio graffiti. After show radio graffiti, baby. Woo! All right, Alpha Unit Radio Graffiti.
Hey man, happy Baller Friday. I just want to say Guile is an awesome Street Fighter character, and I made this just for you.
Hey, thanks. Discard Skype, Radio Graffiti. Nigger. I'm 100% racist. You son of a bitch. I never said that, you splicing piece of crap. I never said that. Hyperstick, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, great show. Death to Sopa, death to Alistar, death to Lil Wayne, death to Twilight.
Hey, I heard that. They'll second that one. Orf 83, what's up, Radio Graffiti?
Happy Bowler Friday, Ghost.
Hey, thanks a lot, Orf. I appreciate you listening in always. 716, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost. Thanks for introducing me to the term jerk dick.
Yeah, no problem there, jerk dick. 347, Radio Graffiti. Freaking putty, for Christ's sake. Dat Panda, Radio Graffiti.
Trisha, I love you. You're going to marry me. And also, Goat, how do you capitalize on ham bone? Ham bone?
Shut up, all right? You sick son of a bitch. You're pronouncing your love for a goddamn trans testicle and you're talking crap? And you're talking trash? 413, Radio Graffiti. Do the barrel roll, barrel roll, barrel roll, doop-de-doop the barrel roll, barrel roll, barrel roll, doop-de-doop to the barrel roll. 509, Radio Graffiti.
I have a whole bunch of friends that happen to be bronies, you can tell them.
Shut up, you idiot, all right? I don't like bronies. You bronies are sick in the head. I don't know how many times I have to tell you that, for Christ's sake. I mean, it should go without saying, you fruit-looping little fruit jerk dick having dick cheeseburgers. 435, Radio Graffiti.
Hello. Is this Inspector Hambone?
Shut up, all right? 978, Radio Graffiti.
Ghost, I'd like to congratulate your son on joining the Socialist Army.
Let me tell you something right now. My son ain't no goddamn socialist. I'll tell you that right now. He ain't no goddamn socialist, boy. 502, Radio Graffiti.
Oh, your mom, on the other hand, would like to be fingered for a packet of biscuits.
Yeah, you sound like you're that type of individual. 626, Radio Graffiti. You're taking too long, you idiot. 707, Radio Graffiti.
Happy Hambone Friday.
Enough with the hambone crap, you assholes, all right? Enough! I'm not a freaking hambone. 951, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, Herman Cain's going to lose because he got 15% of women voters.
So what?
No, but nobody wants to vote for someone who's going to sexually assault them.
What are you talking about? Bill Clinton won by a landslide and he sexually assaulted like 30 women.
Yeah, but he didn't get caught.
What are you talking about he didn't get caught, man? Paula Jones was all up into the damn primary. You all remember that? Paula Jones came out with her disgusting hook nose and her brace-faced teeth, and she came out, hey, Bill Clinton, he came out and weighing his ding-a-ling in my face, and ding. The hell out of here, for Christ's sake, all right? Anyway, 423, Radio Graffiti.
Perform atomically, Socrates, philosophies, and hypotheses. Can't define it while be dropping these mockeries.
Liberty was formed armed robberies. Yeah, Wu-Tang, we get it, all right? Now they're a bunch of chumps, all right? I mean, what is the RZA doing now? He's selling himself out to kung fu movies, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. 337, Radio Graffiti.
Death to feminized fruit bowls, death to ham bones, and long live Baller Friday.
Damn right, Baller Friday, baby. 313 Radio Graffiti.
What a horrible night to be an alcoholic.
Stupid jerk. 630 Radio Graffiti.
Ghost, don't lie to me. I know you took my copy of Battletoads, and I know that you have it.
Shut up, all right, you stupid wannabe meme thinking you're funny trying to get brownie points with a goddamn forum post looking jerk dick. 989 Radio Graffiti.
Don't you wish you ever prolapsed vagina?
Oh, you sick, twisted prick. Shut up, all right? 703 Radio Graffiti. The goddamn vibrator again. 609 Radio Graffiti. Enough of the Alexis song, all right? Enough. 919 Radio Graffiti.
I love Texas.
Goddamn right, I love Texas too. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. Texas used to be its own country. That's what you people don't understand. We used to be our own country. As a matter of fact, if we wanted to be our own country again, we could do it, and we could do it without having it a treasonous act, because it's in the paperwork, baby. Woo! 314 Radio Graffiti. Goddamn remix. A couple of more and that's it, all right? You're pissing me off. A couple of more and that's it. 412 Radio Graffiti.
Yeah, I love the show, Ghost. Keep it up.
Hey, man, thanks a lot. I appreciate it, man. 978 Radio Graffiti.
On a scale of good to yes, is your son a brony?
How about shove your little talking horse up your clogged up pooper, you unappreciative little brat, all right? And stop with the feminine vernacular. 503 Radio Graffiti.
Everything's bigotry in Texas.
You come down here to Texas and say that, you sorry sack of crap. Cosmo Brockington, Radio Graffiti. All right, we're capitalists. We're capitalists here. We're capitalists. Wink, wink. Man, that's Jesus Christ. One more, and that's it. This better be a goddamn good one. Son of a bitch. The Harbinger, Radio Graffiti.
He is our host, the man they call Ghost. He's a goddamn ham-bone. He's a goddamn fat-ass shit.
Yeah, real funny there, you dumb, stupid limey. All right, go eat some fish and chips and shut up. 712, Radio Graffiti.
Billy Ray Cyrus is the god of Texas music.
I can't even understand what the hell you just said there, boy. 248, Radio Graffiti. He looks like he hung up. How about 205, Radio Graffiti?
Engineer, don't be so goddamn mean to him, Ghost.
What, the engineer?
Yeah, don't be so goddamn mean to him, man.
What are you talking about? I'm a nice guy to the engineer, right? Hey, engineer, am I mean to you, man? Come on. I mean, tell him the truth. You see, there's nothing wrong there, man. Me and the engineer are like this, man. We're like this. 863, Radio Graffiti.
Stevie Ray Vaughan is the biggest excuse of a guitarist to ever live. Kill yourself.
Oh, shut up, all right? You sounded too fruity for me to even take any kind of offense to that. 559, Radio Graffiti.
Suck my dick! Suck my dick!
You're not that dude. You're not that dude. Stop freaking trying. 978, Radio Graffiti.
You know, Stevie Ray Vaughan was actually just Princess Celestia in disguise. Oh, and one more.
Shut up. All right, shut up, you stupid stinking brony. 901, Radio Graffiti.
Armor, police, arrest this ghosties.
Jesus Christ. Broad, get back in the kitchen where you belong, for Christ's sake, and make your man something to eat, please. 617, Radio Graffiti.
Time to clean up capitalism.
I don't even know what the hell you just said there, you stupid moron. 971, Radio Graffiti.
Ghost, Dumblet, it's Nikolai. How you doing?
Yeah, you know, you're the last stupid idiot that I wanted to hear there, you dumb cockeyed Russian piece of crap. I goddamn hate these Russians. Thanks to Stalin worshiping shit. Goddamn cockeyed Russian, for Christ's sake. Close your mouth. When you're just standing there and doing nothing, you cockeyed Russian, close your goddamn mouth, for Christ's sake. Vodka drinking piece of crap. Give me the mic. That's it. Give me the freaking mic, for Christ's sake. That's it. That's it. Stick a fork in me. I'm done. I'm not letting you sorry sacks of crap ruin my Baller Friday anymore. I'm not letting you ruin it, so I'm getting out of here. I'm going to 6th Street. It's Miller time, baby. You understand that? It's Miller time. I'm getting the hell out of here. Screw all you goddamn troll terrorists that are agitating my show and besmirching the integrity of it. Screw all you bastards. All right? And by the way, I may or may not do a show Monday or Tuesday, but by God, if you want to figure out if I'm going to conduct another broadcast, well, by God, follow me on Twitter, all right? It's the best way to figure out if I'm going to be conducting another broadcast. And, of course, the Twitter name to follow is Ghost Politics. All one word, no underscores, baby. Ghost Politics is the name. And, moreover, if you hadn't had your fair fix of True Capitalist Radio, well, go to the archive, all right? Go to the goddamn archive and check out every episode that I have ever conducted on Blog Talk Radio there for free to download. All right? And where do you go? You go www.blogtalkradio.com/ghost. All right? That's the archive. You got, I don't know, thousands upon thousands of hours of material on there. Thousands and thousands of hours of content. So make sure to check it out. Anyway, folks, I am out of here. Thank you very much for tuning in with me. I usually broadcast from 4 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, Monday through Friday. Once again, I may or may not do a Thanksgiving special. I may or may not do it, but if you are planning on listening in, all right, if you're planning on listening, give me a tweet. Let me know if I should do a Thanksgiving special, and let me know if you're going to be sitting there with the fam, all right? If you're going to be sitting there with the fam, well, that just gives me even more and more reason to do so. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm out of here. I'm going to 6th Street. It's Miller time, baby, and I hope that you're having a good and safe weekend, and I hope that you're capitalizing, baby. I am out of here. Get me out of here, engineer.
You've been listening to True Capitalist Radio. The thoughts, views, ideas, comments, and opinions of the host of this show are absolutely his. Catch more live episodes Monday through Friday from 3:30 to 6:30 Central. Or check out archive shows at blogtalkradio.com. True Capitalist Radio.
That's it.
Boar's Head is bringing a slice of Japan to the deli. Introducing Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. Tender, slow-roasted chicken breast, coated in our signature teriyaki glaze, where ginger, garlic, and a hint of brown sugar meet for a flavor that's both sweet and savory. New Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. The bold flavor of Japan. Now at the deli. Only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.